Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Boba Squadron. Tonight, we are going to be talking about The Mandalorian Chapter 22, some of the cool new toys that they have revealed at Star Wars Celebration, and, Ahsoka stuff, and movie news, and show news, all that good stuff. So stay tuned to Boba Squadron. Thank you so much for being here. Cue the music.
Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
Music. Okay, music's playing. All right, thank you so much for being here. Normally on the channel, we talk about toys and action figures, but we get those cool collectibles. And we'll talk about some really cool collectibles tonight that come from a TV show or movie. So we'll be talking with the Boba Squadron tonight. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a second to please leave a thumbs up. Click on that thumbs up while you're watching and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's some great content and amazing people who join me here on the channel, and it's a grand old time. So let's get into it. There's lots to talk about tonight because Star Wars Celebration just finished. I think the last day was today, Monday, although they're a few hours ahead overseas in the UK. But there's still information coming out from today. There's lots of stuff to get through. And of course, The Mandalorian. So let's get into it. Let's bring on the Boba Squadron. First up is the man who is getting lots of new merchandise lately. What's going on? It's so exciting to see. You will recognize him from episode 4 from this season. Episode 5. I knew that. I corrected myself all by myself with the right information. Please welcome to the show the world famous. Oh, it's already in the chat. It's Tava. It's Tava time. Do you have a morpher? Mr. Paul Sun-hyung Lee. Paul, do you have a morpher?
No, I don't have a morpher. Hey, thanks so much for that. And that's right. It is Tava time. It's my time.
I like that. It's my time.
That's right.
It's Tava time.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. That's a nice shirt. Yeah, my cup runneth over. You know, we got the old Hot Topics. First, the Hot Topics Tava stuff. Dropped hoodies, T-shirts. Doesn't ship to Canada, unfortunately. That's all right. I'll get one somehow. And then, of course, the news that broke yesterday. The Gentle Giant Diamond Select dropping the Captain Carson Tava bust.
Heck so, yeah. Well, we'll show that once everybody's on, so they can all congratulate you and tell you how Ernie is going to work that into his shrine of. Is it a Paul shrine or a Carson Tava shrine? I'm not sure. We'll confirm. We'll confirm with him in a second. But he's a prospect, so he's not next. Up next is our good friend. She streams over on Twitch and is currently diligently sharing to all social media her posts, as all of you watching now can as well. And I'm just going to bring her in. Please welcome the one and only Yoko McCann.
It's always working,
Always. Well, it's good to always be working versus Ernie, who's just always boning out.
Yep.
Yeah. The chat. Well, we're gonna pull the chat when Ernie gets here. Yoko, welcome back.
Thank you. Feels like I was just here.
You were for a long time Thursday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Paul did his Fun Boxing Sunday stream. Make sure you're following Bitter Asian Dude Inc. What is that?
We'll get to it.
Oh, it's the beginning of this episode, isn't it? And of course, Yoko is here on Thursday for Unboxing Thursdays. It was a 6-hour stream. Feel free to check that out. And of course, we have the one and only fallen Fett himself, Mr. Ernie.
Mr. Ernie.
Mr. Ernie.
Mr. Ernie, Mr. Old Man Fett here. I'd be boning. You didn't even use it correctly in the sentence. So now everybody's like, here. What is going on?
You're boning out.
Okay. So the term I use in a sentence is, hey guys, sorry if the phone rings because I'm on call at work. So if I have to, I gotta go. I gotta bone out. That's what I said, and everybody was like, "What?
You're right. That's totally
You're boning?"
totally different.
And Kevin said, "So then, are you bone in right now?" And I'm like,
Look at here, you're
"No."
bone in.
So I guess, but come on, hasn't anybody heard the term bone out? Seriously, like I got to bone out. Is that a SoCal thing? Because then Polly says, "Did I mean to say what? Did I mean to say
Bolt. Yeah, the
Bolt.
bolt out.
I got a bolt?"
And you called me old.
I didn't call you old.
I said
I've
that's
never-
old. That's so old.
But do you use that? I didn't say you're old. I'm sorry, sir. Never. Please.
I use
I've
that.
never meant to disrespect the
I
Paul
use it.
for that.
Paul, what was the second suggestion?
It is just a
Oh.
pop ride.
You're bonering out.
No,
Boner out. Boner in.
Also, way much better. Way much
You don't-
better.
you don't need to put the R in there. No.
Yeah, don't use the hard R for that one. I did put a poll here in the YouTube chat. Have you ever heard of bone out for leaving?
Bow
Please
out? Yeah.
Feel
Bow
bow out. Bone in is different. When you get a
Bow out sounds
T-bone
older
steak,
than bolting out.
it's bone in.
Oh, Fred, you're supposed to be on my side here.
Well,
Okay, I guess then it's just an Ernie thing. I don't know. I've always said that, dude. I
Did
got to
you
bone out.
hear
An
it
Ernie,
somewhere?
an Ernieism.
do your friends
I
use
Put
this?
it.
I don't
We'll
know.
put
I
it
don't
on
have
the
any
list.
friends. You
Oh,
guys are
come
my
on.
friends. All the channels are my friends. So I don't know. I've never heard you guys use it. So no. I've never heard the other channels say it. So no. I don't
It's
know.
an Ernieism.
I guess so. Yeah, Yoko's
There
right. She
are-
knows I have a lot. I have a lot of
we all
Ernies.
know you have a lot.
Speaking of Ernieisms, Ernie, how was your Easter?
I was working. I was. So I didn't get to go out and get my chocolate crosses or my
You
candles.
didn't get your
or nothing.
discount crosses?
No, nothing today. It was so busy. It was busy all weekend. But Corinne did surprise me on Thursday because she left for the weekend since I had to work. She was chilling at her sister's. So she found me the only 4 crosses that she could find. So I literally
He's gonna eat them for us now.
I'm like, what is? Oh.
I was so happy. Chocolate cross. See, I told you it's a real thing. Look it. Candy
Sacrilegious.
cross. It is. It's so delicious.
Yes.
What? Why are there? Are those flowers?
Yes, they are.
What,
See, and they
roses?
have candles.
Wow.
Yeah, like if you want to say the rosary while you're eating it, I don't know, but
Wow.
you can. So yeah, chocolate crosses. It's real. But because I say it, I made it a thing, and then they were gone everywhere. So give them while they're hot.
Yeah. You over influenced.
I did, and then I couldn't even find them myself.
So
So-
Rensu says, why does it have a wick?
So I could floss with it after.
Oh
It's
my
delicious.
gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, this is great. And of course, please check out Ernie's channel, The Fallen Fett Chronicles on YouTube, as it says right below his name.
I
Every Wednesday.
don't even know why that's still there. I've left
Oh,
it. It's the very
you know
first time I typed it in. Sorry.
You know why? Well, there's a lot of Star Wars updates to go through for Celebration, and then of course the Mandalorian. But first, any new pickups? We do a lot of collecting based chat here. Who wants to go first? Who has their stuff ready? Everyone's looking around. Oh, hands up! So
Yeah,
So
everybody is
professional.
around.
Because I'm
This is-
rarely ready.
it's like if we were at a game show, Yoko would be our first because she's like on that buzzer. Oh
Right.
yes,
My newest son, BD,
How do you like it?
he's adorable. Shall I demonstrate?
Yeah, for sure. We got to. This way they can all send us some.
oh
too.
we saw it on Thursday night.
Yeah.
But definitely for people who are watching now and don't want to
Let me
skim
see
through a
the right
6-hour
direction.
stream, I don't know why you wouldn't. Paul
Because
just shook
sometimes
his
we-
head in disgust.
we cross the streams, so I couldn't watch. I literally have to do 2 shows and then tell you guys good night, and you're still on. It's ridiculously long for enablers.
Well,
Let's go, BD.
month, we got a lot to catch up on.
I
It's true.
know.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
Look what I figured out. I don't think I figured this out the other day, but can you see the colors changing?
shoot! Yes, on the back. You control that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh
Uh-oh.
oh.
Nice.
Uh oh.
Larry's
Here comes the
SmackDown.
Uh oh.
Fight!
Smackdown.
Fight! Fight! Fight!
Lucy.
Attack! Attack.
Go.
Give me the old SWAT, Lucy.
Uh-huh.
No, come on, Fred.
And BD wins. That thing's pretty loud for it to pick up.
It is loud. Round 2.
Should make it stop.
Uh-huh. Don't you love me?
I know you control this demon spawn.
I was your favorite.
I like the little spinny move it does.
Huh.
Oh, she is not impressed. Can Yoko even hear us?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's really cool, Yoko. I like that.
Yeah.
How much is that?
I think it's 110 on Shop Disney.
Ooh, I'll watch yours. That's cute.
I'll wait for a coupon. 110 American
Yeah,
dollars.
I was
on
able to
Shop
get it with the
Disney.
20% off coupon.
Oh, nice.
So it was 80 something, 86 or something like that. So that, made it extra worth it. But I think he's adorable. I hope they make him in all the colors.
Well, that's awesome because, yes, I wasn't able to see it on Enabler. So thank you for busting that out. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He had to bone out.
I had to bone out. I had to go to bed. I had to bone out. But like I said, I do 2 shows. You guys were still on. I wanted to say goodnight and hello. And it was perfect timing because Fred was like perfectly reading me a bedtime story.
Oh, that was
So-
pretty
Check
epic.
that out. If you're a channel
Yeah.
member, there's a new highlight for Fred reading a, I guess, children's tale. Not for children, right before bed. For your children before they go to bed. Paul, have you got anything in this week? Star Warsian.
Star Warsian wise, yeah, I got a few little things for my friends over at Gentle Giant. I did the unboxing last night. For those of you who are part of the stream, I got this pretty cool 1/7 scale Jackson. I had to figure. I had to do a deep dive on who Jackson was because I saw the figure when it was released in the Black Series, and I thought a Green Rabbit, pass. But then they sent me this one, and read into the history, and he's inspired by Bugs Bunny. Had dealings with Han Solo. Was a smuggler, then a mercenary, and yeah, it's this wisecracking rabbit. But this is a gorgeous statue, so I was pretty stoked about that, and I was even more pumped that I didn't have to pay for it, which is awesome. Because honestly,
looks
I wouldn't
great.
have bought it. I wouldn't
my
have bought it.
favorite.
Like I
Mhm.
just wouldn't have. But then now that I have it, it's like, oh, it's a really cool thing that I have in my collection. So I'm very happy about that. I
The
also
jar
got
table
this.
looks cool.
Yeah, the detail is great. And then we got this 1/6 scale, half of Dave Filoni. This is the Trapper Wolf bust. Now this
With arms.
was
no
a
legs.
Star Wars Celebration Europe exclusive, but it's available now on the Gentle Giant Limited website. So you can grab one of this. You can grab him online as one part of a bookend. And then I also got this Biggs Darklighter 1/6 scale bust, and it's you can change.
Ah!
I killed him. You can have him with helmet off or helmet on, and so
Or
there's
head off.
it's all interchangeable. So you can have just the sculpt of his head, and he's got like an arm, another sculpt with the arm where he's got holding his helmet. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Again, this is
Those are all right. Those are all right. But it's hard to have just those when you're missing another bust. And Paul, I know you're incredibly happy about this. You mentioned it earlier. This is also from Gentle Giant, the Carson Teva bust.
yeah.
The first
Woo!
officially licensed Carson Teva collectible.
Yeah,
Or,
I was,
figure like collectible.
yeah, figure. I was thinking that, but then it was like, oh no, they had the pins from last year's celebration. So that's the actual first bit of a first official merch. But this is the first sort of sculpted. No, well, pins are sculpted too. I don't know, like not even posable. First 3-dimensional
figure.
figurine.
Nice.
Figural?
There we go.
Figural, figural item. He's got no legs, but this is pretty cool.
Lieutenant
I'm
Dave.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he got no
I'm
legs.
sorry about that.
It's okay. We're hoping that maybe the next part will be he'll get legs, and
Yeah.
then he'll just sell the Carson Teva legs.
Nice.
But yeah, so this is going to be available fairly soon. There are rumors of it being a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive release, which would be totally dope.
That's not soon.
That's in July. So that's soon enough. I'm
It's-
still waiting
yeah.
for Hasbro. Hey Hasbro,
Mhm.
what's
There
up,
it is.
bros?
Call them out.
Yeah. Where's my Black Series? Where's my vintage collection? Where's my
Legs
HasLab
are-
X-Wing?
Legs are overrated.
Right. Anyways, so that's pretty cool. And it's nice because, you know, they shaved off about 10 pounds from my frame. I'm very svelte. Of course,
Was
you know,
all
when you
in
get
the
rid of the
legs?
legs.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what happens when you skip leg day.
This
never
is great,
skip leg
man.
day.
Yeah.
I hope it is a SDCC exclusive. I will grab as many as I can on purpose, and I'll bring them back. I'll bring them back, and I'm sure they'll hook you up with one. But you know,
I hope so.
that
It'd
would
be nice because then you could have the bookends again. You can have like the Carson Teva and Trapper Wolf.
Yeah,
So that would be fun.
Adelphi.
Oh, I think that's awesome. You got one of the
Carson
artist ones.
Teva and his legs.
Yeah.
Oh, that
But
leads us
one
to
leg at
the-
a time. That's
Oh.
the thing, right? So Japan 2025. That's what his right leg is coming out. So
Well, is this the shot from your first episode? This is like you're half
This is-
standing
yeah.
out of your cockpit.
that's right. So digitally
shooting.
they had no frame of reference for my legs. So
That's
I
why we
just
couldn't get
figured
the
they had-
statue.
Look like cartoon legs.
yeah, it's like somehow I
Underneath.
don't think it's gonna work.
But hey, speaking of which, Ernie, if you were to get this, the question is, do you have a Paul shrine or do you have a Carson Teva shrine? Or is it all the same thing? And he's analyzing it right now. You can see he's looking off screen, everyone.
I am.
Paul's legs boned out.
Yes, they did. Thank you, Alfredo. Yes.
It's not a thing.
I don't know. I mean, right now, I guess it's a Carson shrine because I'm still waiting on more Paul merch. I mean, we got Airbender coming up. So I have an Iroh here, but it's not Paul, but it represents him. So let's go with both.
No,
Okay.
Papa?
No, I don't have anything here. No buttons, no nothing. I need to find something.
Yeah.
Try harder, Ernie.
I will. I apologize, sir. I will do my best. Yep. That's
Ernie,
me.
did you get anything in? I don't remember if we didn't
No.
get to you yet. No Star Wars.
I didn't. No, nothing at all. I've been working. Sorry.
Oh, well, let's see if I accept that apology later. I'm kidding.
Probably not.
It's all good. It's all good. On Thursday, I opened some vintage collection. This is the vintage collection Scout Trooper on speeder bike. It's
That's
pretty
good.
sweet. It comes with the, excuse me, the stand that has the adjustable heights, the 3 different heights. The vintage collection Pads Vizsla.
wait.
which
I'm
has a-
sorry. I'm sorry. Go back. Go back.
This is not a videotape. How do I go back?
What do you mean 3 different heights?
So the triangle is 3 different sides with a ball peg on top, so it can stand at 3 different heights.
Pretty
Are
smart.
you sure about that, Clark?
Yeah, this way, and then it
So
goes.
you're
this
telling
way.
me I could have this at 3 different heights?
Yeah,
I was
Try
not
it.
aware of that.
rotate it against the other side of the triangular shape, and you can still plug it in there. But now it's either lower or higher.
What?
That's why it's the ball joint on all 3 corners.
I thought that was just to hold it.
All right, this guy's just bone it out of there and try the other side, okay?
Thanks for the lesson.
Ernie's an inbox collector. Let's be
Oh,
patient.
true. This is your first experience
Ah.
with a toy out of the box. That makes sense.
Aha.
The Paz Vizsla vintage collection comes with effects and his shield, and I got the 4-pack of Imperial soldiers. That's
Well,
like
I'll
a
be.
Hasbro Pulse army builder.
Then I discovered on a live stream I could change the stand. It has 1 position, 2 positions, and the 3rd.
Look at that. Kevin's right.
thought it was still
Well,
holding out.
Kevin, you should do a show where you just unbox stuff. That'd be amazing.
Imagine? Can you imagine? Anyway, I came up with a new show called Unboxing Sundays, where I fun box all these collectibles. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching Unboxing Thursdays, Ernie. That's great. I love you, man. And of
This
course,
is
speaking
amazing.
of people who
This is amazing. All this entire stream, Ernie's going to be discovering things.
The
That's
first
the
time.
third thing.
The first time. This is what happens when you don't open your toys, Ernie. You don't get to
This
play with them and have fun.
It's okay. They make fun of me
can
too. Ernie.
rotate this.
Thanks, Yoko.
Yeah.
I can't really say nothing though. I mean, this dude is still wired in at the feet. I didn't even take those off.
Oh, the little clear plastics.
Yes.
The elastics.
The tough one is the little noisy cricket in the side boot. That one comes out really easy.
Oh yeah,
Is
What?
blasted.
I see it. All right.
All
I
right. Is the
apologize.
chat
Thank you.
is the chat going crazy? We should say what's up to everyone
We
on
should.
this lovely Monday evening here in Toronto. It's getting nice and warm. It was like 18 degrees today. I know Ernie's melting over there. You got to eat those crosses quick. Or
I
they're
do.
going
It
to
was
be a
the
puddle.
first. It was the first thing I checked in the room was to make sure they were melted because I would have been so mad. It's all right. I even had I had figures fall down off the wall today. It was so hot, falling from
What?
their little JPEG stickers
Were they
because that's
Boba
all they
Fett?
use now.
I was going to ask that.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, Yoko. My bad.
Okay, because it's you
It's
guys and
so
I love
weird.
you guys.
Only the Boba Fett spell.
2 Boba Fett's fell. They're right there above my head.
Hmm.
They're literally just leaning on top of each other.
On brand.
And then some of my GI Joes fell.
On brand. Speaking of Boba Fett's, it's really cool. Daniel Logan liked the post today on IG for the thumbnail for tonight, and I was like, how cool would it be if one day he came on and it was Paul versus Lil Boba and Daniel Logan did the voice and they were just going back and forth. That would be so funny. But yeah, that was fun, Ernie. We got a Boba Fett like our post today.
That's very cool, and hopefully he does. You'll just have to let me know because I think he has a restraining order against me. But that's okay. You can have him on, and then
What did you do?
we'll be just a lot. Lots of
The
messaging.
judge says he can't.
signing. Yeah. Okay.
Tell the
All right.
details, Yoko.
Yeah.
Oh,
Part of the agreement.
Stay tuned to find out.
yeah.
Well, people who are going to stay tuned to find out for this riveting tale, I'm sure, Ernie, the chat is here. Thank you so much for being here this lovely Monday evening. First off, in the chat, we have channel member Kat Chin says, hello. Thank you for being here. Anton Attar is here. Aaron S., welcome to the show. Toy Rensu, of course, you already, he's in the chat ready with the quick fire jokes. I love it. Love you, Toy Rensu. Steve Fitch, new name in the chat. Welcome. It says it's Teva time. Perfect. RMD, what's going on? Says saving for celebration. Japan begins today. Comic-Con, there's still SDCC this year. So good luck. We're gonna spend all the money there. Tommy K's here. What's up, Tommy? Good to see you. John Takis, Quinn Calling, Nightmare Nemo. What's going on, Nightmare? Sam Rock, what's going on? Wildfire 405 says greetings, channel. I have been told cool things happen here. Someone has lied to you.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. We have fun. Thank you for being here. Carrie Fanti, welcome. Making me stay up late on a work night. Well, I hope we can make it worth your while. Burnt Vidar Larson, what's going on? Bitter Vader 74, welcome back again. Great to see you. And Mobile Recluse. Oh, it's been a while. Welcome back. Winger Lose is in the chat. Stream Elements. Got to shout out Stream Elements. D Cirtle, what's
What
going
up,
on,
homie?
Daniel?
Stream Element. That's my dollar right there.
Fellow enabler Panfred Nudo is in the chat. What's up, Fred? Thank you for showing up even after hanging out for 6 hours with us on Thursday/Friday. The Chamba is here. What's good? Chamba says there's 2 streams on right now. It's okay. No problem for a multiple man who can split up and watch multiple streams. Star Wars reporter, welcome to the show. Also, it's Tava time. Polymyth says, let's go Boba Squadron. I hope everyone has their drink and is ready to go. Alfredo M is here. What's going on, Alfredo? I am TJ Williams. Ryan Dole says, I can't wait for Tava time in Japan. And what up, squad, from Paul? This one's for you.
Abracalena.
Nice. That was good.
That was pretty well done.
No, it was good. It was great. You've been working on it, and I dig that. I love that it's become a thing. It's fantastic.
I'm sure she loves it too.
She's like, please stop. I really like your shows, but please stop. Angie is here. What's good? Happy Monday, Mike Hex. Great to see you. Doomcard, welcome. Bree is here, of course. Matt Logic 44 is back in the chat. Star Wars Reporter says Friends are overrated. I mean, yeah, it wasn't that great of a show. Innocent, welcome back. That's Knee's way to get the holy. That's one way to get the Holy Spirit in you. Bone. Oh, I wish.
With my cross.
With my 796 Studios in the chat. Mario, happy belated birthday again. Great to see you. Carl, what's going on, Carl? We gotta have lunch again soon. Let's set that up. Maker and Geek, welcome back. Welcome back, Panfrenudo. Patty is here. D Cirtle put $100 on Lucy. You might have a problem, sir. John Carmen, what's going on? Of course, Paul, making it all the way over from your channel. And I recognize his name from your chat. Terry Smith says, speaking of enablers, I mean, I feel like I've been watching Paul's channel. Terry, you're a bit of an enabler too. But welcome. Glad to see you here. You've made it. You've crossed over. We will likely not disappoint greatly. Prophet 924, welcome. Panfrenudo, Vanessa is here, hopping on for a little bit. I appreciate that. Thank you. Nigel, what's going on? Says, show us your bust, Paul. Not until we hit 100 likes. Oh, the statue. No, the statue. The statue is well, we had the picture up. Thank you so much, everybody. Paul got busted like Ghostbusters. Bad Wolf Media, what's good? Cap Lives is here, late to the party, but here all the same. Appreciate that. Thank you. Corinne is here. How's it going? Wave. Oilers Workshop. What's up, Jordan? Plasty is here. Great to see you, my friend. I think we're there. Yoko McCann, Micro Galaxy Squadron. What's going on?
Lots of news there.
Lots of Micro Galaxy
news
Squadron.
there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show his page. Yeah. My goodness. It's incredible. Saint Archangel, welcome to the stream. 796 Studios, welcome again. It worked. I can change the height of the speeder bike with this stand. Yes, dropping knowledge. All right, Star Wars Celebration was in London this past weekend. Yoko, for the first time in many months, Boba Squadron made a show notes for tonight. I don't think we need to go through every specific thing, but we'll go round table real quick. Well, sorry, wait, did you send me the link for the show notes?
Oh my gosh, I knew nobody looked at them.
Is it the same file from
yes,
months
they're
ago?
Still pinned.
Oh, I didn't know you used the same file. I have the link for that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go through and
I didn't get everything on there, but
it's okay. Well, should we start with let's start with the top, the Ahsoka trailer.
Oh. Well, are we going to start with that, or are we going to actually like break it down after we talk Mando?
Ooh. After Mando? Okay. We can do that. We'll talk
yeah, let's go like frame by frame like we did.
Frame by frame? This is going to be another 6-hour stream.
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry.
Following a tradition of discussing the discussion of the content being longer than the content itself.
Right.
Yeah.
We can only talk about the content for however long it ran. Oh, before we forget, friend of the show, Customs by Matthew, had these 3D sculpted Carson Teva heads in and painted a bunch, and got one to myself, Yoko, Ernie, and Paul, and I think these look fantastic. He did a previous run on these, and I know after we showed it last week, a lot of people expressed interest, and I said, go hit up Customs by Matthew if you're interested in getting one of these. So if you are interested in having a 1/12 scale Carson Teva head sculpt for your Black Series collection, please check out our friend Customs by Matthew over on Instagram, and you can see this post right here. And he's taking orders. The window closes Friday, April 14th. These are all individually hand painted by him.
They come out great. They definitely fulfill your need of waiting for that Hasbro Star Wars Black Series. Just take an X-Wing pilot, heat up the head, pop it off, and pop this right on, and there you go. It works perfect. And I saw some people throwing on a jacket with it. I didn't know what figure that was. Do you guys know which figure that is?
I think it's a Poe Dameron,
Is it a Poe
or is it a Finn
brown jacket?
with the brown jacket? I know those two. I think it's one of those two.
I didn't
with
even
the brown
know.
jacket.
I gotta find one. I gotta bust through the totes and find it.
All right, bust into those totes, Ernie. Okay, so we'll do Ahsoka after. There's a new trailer for Visions Volume 2, which
drops on May the 4th.
May the 4th. Absolutely. It's what day is today? Oh my god, that's in a few weeks. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
There's oh my god. Is anyone interested in Young Jedi Adventures? This is not
I'm
current
interested
times
in it
or
all.
times. So these children will all live.
That drops May the 4th too, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
I just have
Spoiler
to
alert.
let people know it's not to be
Yeah, because you were very
set up for-
concerned when they first revealed it.
I was. What about I'm going in order from what you have here, Yoko, on the show notes. What about the return of Rey?
I'm excited about that personally. I love Rey. I'm so glad she's going to be back.
A new sequel movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 years. I'm in too. I
Sorry,
mean, like I said,
it's
I'm
set
in for all
15
of it.
years after.
After Rey.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It hasn't been 15
Oh.
years. We're not that old.
Time's fast and slow.
Time
but-
is fast and slow.
It
What,
is fast
what do
and
you all
slow.
think? Like, oh wait, sorry, there was a super chat earlier. Alexander Eagleson, thank you so much for the super chat.
Hello there.
Says, I heard someone is going to Star Wars Celebrations 2025. Is that you? It's in Japan.
Keep all those super chats coming, and we can all go. Let's do this. Come on.
It's going to be a lot of super chats. But hey, thank you
We
for the
can do
super
it.
chat. I know you recently visited Japan, right, Alexander? So I'm assuming you mean yourself, which is great. If it is, that's awesome. The return
It
of
means
Rey,
all of us.
all of us. He's single-handedly bringing all of us
With his $5.
with like. Do you
It's a
think
dollar for each of us.
Finn? It's 125.
Well, I
do you
was
think
including
Finn?
him, you know.
All right. Do you think like there's a chance we could get more Finn? I don't know. There's obviously not any details out there. I'm just excited to see what's going on there.
Oh well, I thought there was details though. So
No, they
I
did.
Not much.
because what I heard was 15 years after the last movie, and that
Yeah.
she is starting a new Jedi Order
Mhm.
containing people and everything like that. So starting a new one.
As opposed to, like,
Containing people.
People as opposed to inanimate objects.
It's all
No.
rocks.
Like
They're all
Force,
being lifted.
Force, yeah, exactly. Force using people, and he said that he felt something. I would kind of
Just
just
people
expect for
or
Finn to be
beings?
there.
Well, I feel like if John Boyega wishes to return, they would probably
I hope he does.
make room for him.
I hope
right?
they invite him
Yeah.
to make something for him. Do you think we'll see Grogu?
A lot of people were saying that.
People
Old
are
Grogu?
Like
speculating
100.
that. Yeah. Because they were saying he'd be like 90
Right.
something, but Yoda was 100 when he started training.
Yeah.
I didn't
Micro
fact
Galaxy
check that.
Squadron.
I saw an image.
Yeah, the Young Jedi Adventure stuff looks great. Return of Rey is awesome, and they had Daisy Ridley at the convention as the announcement. I thought that was really cool to see. Oh no, I lost the notes. What would we do? Skeleton Crew, Tales of the Jedi, and Visions Volume 2. Paul, what do you think of these announcements?
Yeah, no, pretty excited. I mean, I want to see all of them. Really happy that they're doing a season 2 of Tales of the Jedi, because the first 6 were spectacular. Like I really love those little deep dives into the a young Qui-Gon Jinn, seeing how Count Dooku becomes Count Dooku, how he's disillusioned, and sort of like it really puts everything in perspective. What happened to Yaddle, that mystery being solved, and the young Ahsoka Tano, and then the aftermath of Order 66 and how she's kind of trying to hide out for a bit. I really like those little vignettes, almost like you get those little slices, and so I like that. Visions, I think, is great. From the trailer that I saw, The different animation styles I find very, very intriguing. I love that they had almost this claymation style, like the Wallace and Gromit look to one of them. I'm really, really interested in seeing how that pans out. Yeah, all these different voices telling these stories in different formats, I think is very, very exciting. And yeah, Skeleton Crew. Hearing a little bit more about that is really cool, and how it's like from the ground up in terms of like an Amblin Entertainment-esque story where the kids, it's like the kids' adventure. And again, it's just another form of storytelling in the Star Wars universe that I think that the universe can sustain in terms of that narrative. And you see some recurring characters. I think we saw Vane, the pirate that bailed on King Gorian Shard.
Oh,
really? Or somebody who looked like of that species. No, I know I'd heard rumors that Gorian Shard was supposed to be in both, and his ship kind of blew up, and so I think he might be dead. But Vane escapes, and so that might be the pirate that has the crossover between the two. For sure, they set him up to be a bit of an antagonistic sort of guy who's chasing after Mando, couldn't get him, and then sort of turned tail and ran. So
yeah. There should be more from him based on how he left the story there. Yoko, what about you for those shows? You're muted.
Sorry.
YouTuber. It's okay. She streams on Twitch. She's not a YouTuber.
Yeah. Tales of the Jedi, I was saying. I'm really excited about that. I love that for season 2, and I can't even narrow down like what stories I would want to see in a second season though. I think it would be cool to have some of the Jedi we don't know as much about, but I'd also, if they won't give us a whole show about it, I'd love to see some of that Lost Ventress arc, with Quinlan Voss and her whole redemption arc. I think that might be a way for them to give us some of that story. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with what I want to see in Tales of the Jedi. Skeleton Crew. I didn't really read much about that one or watch the panel or anything. So I'm still that one's still kind of a mystery for me. But I'm sure it'll be exciting. It'll be fun.
More stories.
Yeah.
More stories to watch. Real quick, before we get on to Ernie, before we bone in with Ernie, Toy Box of Doom has been a member for 1 month. Thank you so much here. Says Black Series Freck. When? Which one is Freck?
Is that the baby Jedi? The High Republic story?
I'll have to... Oh, it says Ewok Jedi? I don't know.
The little Care Bear looking guy?
The blue one?
I think.
Yeah.
He did have he did speak. Well, I'm not sure, but thank you so much for being a channel member.
That's freaking
and of
Frank.
course freaking what are you Joe Pesci in Home Alone? Also Bad Wolf Media also became a channel member.
Smooth like butter.
Thank you so much for supporting the channel. For those who are not familiar with it, you can become a channel member and support the content here every month. You get access to the special emojis in the chat, early access to some videos, and of course, member exclusive videos. So thank you so much, everyone who is part of the Butter Nation here supporting the content. Ernie, about those shows, what are your thoughts on Skeleton Crew and Tales Volume 2, etc.?
Tales Volume 2, that's cool. I'm going to be excited about that. I watched all the other ones. I know that these are going to be different, but then I hope that we get a Volume 3 with some of them continuing, because I thought we were going to get some of those stories continue, because some of those were like really good that I want to see continued on, like the first one and the Ninth Jedi. I like that it's all totally different again, so that's going to be awesome. And then what else was there?
Who's the mole dude from Obi?
Yeah, the one who drove the truck. That was Freck, wasn't it?
That guy's Freck.
Freck.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Zach Braff.
Love the Empire. Yeah.
Love me some Empire.
Love me the Empire.
What's the Care Bear's name?
I don't know.
Katchin says the little fuzzy Jedi is Nubs.
Oh, close.
Nubs? Oh, I like Freck better. Freaking Freck. Yeah.
Freck.
Yeah. Do his Jedi Care Bear stare. That's gonna be good. Shoots lightsabers from his stomach. Yeah.
Shoots the
So
force.
yeah, that is the force. It's not how you use the force. What else? Can you have a show of pirates that don't feature Hondo? Yeah, exactly. I'm waiting for Hondo to show up somewhere. Maybe this one, but why do we have to wait that long? So
Oh,
hopefully
I
sooner
read
than
this
that,
sentence
Terry.
very differently. I thought it was, can you have a show that doesn't feature Hondo? Like Terry didn't want there to be Hondo, but the way you read it, it's like, can you have a show with pirates that doesn't feature Hondo?
Hondo?
Right? That means you
Naka?
want.
Yes.
I don't
want
know
him.
how I how I got that mixed up.
I'm a Hondo fan, so I would be excited for that too. But I don't want to wait either for that pirate show to come out. But I do like everything that was announced that they're coming out with. As far as all different content, it's very different. Again, such a great time to be a Star Wars fan, to be any type of fan, because there was so much news that came out of Celebration, like this go around. I felt like it was more than last year, because I'm like Yoko, I haven't caught up on all those panels or everything either of what they keep saying. And then there was a lot leaked to see the special screeners behind them, so I saw all those. That was cool. And then the announcements of other movies. And then, yeah, the Ray one was cool. And then we're getting 2 other movies as well, too.
Well,
I think
that's
I'm
the stuff-
excited about that.
Yeah, that's the stuff coming in 23. And 24 is Andor season 2, which I mean, that's Andor season 1 is one of my favorite, if not favorite, Star Wars shows. The Acolyte and the Bad Batch third and final season.
Third and final.
Catch in. You got
Watch
what
out,
you
Cat.
wanted, and
Yeah.
I got mine. The final season. No, we'll be talking about those. It's been a long journey and we're not going to abandon them now, right? We're going to find out what happens.
No, I mean it makes a third final season makes sense.
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
they can announce the Captain Rex and Friends spinoff.
I like that. We need to know
Right?
those stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be announced in Japan. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Before I move on to the toys, was there anything else?
No. So what movie is after? So the Daisy movies first?
I don't
that the
think
order?
they gave
no.
Oh, there is no
time
order.
They mentioned there's
timeline
3
info on
movies,
those 3
right?
movies. Yeah.
3, yeah. The Daisy of the continuance, going after the first Jedi. I mean, well, doing a movie about the very first Jedi. And then Filoni wrapping up everything. And then that's when he brought Paul out on stage and everybody went crazy. And so that was amazing.
And then I woke up and fell out of bed.
Didn't they say that movie is like 6 to 8 years away or something too? I think.
Was that what they said?
I think
really?
I saw something like that. Yeah.
Wow, they're gonna do 6 to 8 more years of. That's
Of
all right.
Mandoverse?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'd be good with that.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Steady employment, or maybe not. I mean, geez,
Yeah.
they could kill me
Yeah.
anytime.
No, we riot. The sad part is we're still going to be here saying, Hasbro, where's our figure?
I
Yeah.
know. We
And they'll say,
worried for your legs.
We gave you the probe for the droid. We gave you the daffy stick. We gave you the jacket. That's what'll happen.
Everything.
Oh my gosh! And then of course on the collectibles side, so many cool things announced. There's an animatronic chopper from Hasbro, Ahsoka's clone trooper helmets, so that 1-to-1 scale that you can wear.
That's gonna be a nice one.
Yes,
Yes, and I will happily buy it.
it's a good
Everything
paint
is.
that people want.
It'll be my first helmet. Well, second
Um,
helmet. First Hasbro helmet.
Black Series R2 reissue. I didn't see anything new with that one. Anything you guys want to see,
Yeah.
I can pull up
No,
on
There,
screen.
he's
there was
new.
something really
there's
weird with
something-
that R2.
Yeah,
What was
it's
it?
more
What
to
was it?
scale or something like that.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
scaled
No,
and he pops out, right?
Yeah, the center pops out with weird thingamajig in the middle. Like,
That's
what
a
scene
Kenny
was that?
Baker.
What?
In
He
Carbonite?
comes out?
It's like, they have a little Kenny Baker inside.
In Carbonite. Oh, man.
No,
they
it's
were
like in real, like he's
so-
operating.
No.
it.
Oh.
Keep going.
Watch. Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, they do all his little attachments.
That.
Oh, that's cool.
What is
Oh,
that?
You know what? They had that in the episode that we're gonna eventually get around to recapping in the droid bar.
In the droid bar?
One of the
Did he have
RT
this?
units.
Oh
the
yeah,
head
yeah. He
popped
was
up when
green.
doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
I think so.
Totally missed it. Oh, see, and I thought you were saying that was Kenny Baker and Carbonite. My bad. I'm
no,
sorry.
All
All right.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Little Kenny Baker figure inside,
Terrible.
all sweaty
They're
and hot.
terrible.
It's about time you
Uh,
let me out.
Just throw in one of your Micro Galaxy Squadron figures in there.
Oh yeah,
And
my
be like,
God.
look.
Speaking of Micro Galaxy Squadron, like, did you see all the everything that they're releasing?
Yeah. They had a good show.
And we're moving on from Hasbro.
No, I wasn't ready for that segue.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
I'm
Sorry, are we doing
frantically-
Hasbro?
We didn't even talk about the
Sorry,
N1 Starfighter.
I don't get
though.
no love for
Yeah.
Hasbro. I give no love. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
For
not
me,
sure
there's
that's
two things
how it's gonna
from
work.
Hasbro that stood out. First is the Black Series Doc
Doc
On
On.
Yes.
with these accessories.
The mini
Fans of
holocrons.
Okay, are
Fans
you
of
guys going to
Disney
want
parks.
one? I need to know now.
yeah, I do. Want one.
They're going on Shop Disney on May the 4th.
Oh, I thought it was only going to be in the park.
No,
Okay.
Look
that
at
one
this. The
and
soft goods
that
look
one and another one.
blended in well with the figure, with the character. You have the two holocrons. I don't know what that gangster sword was, and a clone helmet.
Dude, I can't wait to go next weekend because now I got to find the sword. I said the same thing to Corinne. I'm like, what the hell is this sword? And where's it at? Because I've never noticed it before. And
Is
again,
this the first Black Series of this? Is it Ithorians?
yes,
I feel like it might be.
it is. You're right. We don't have one yet.
Oh, they didn't
You're
have
right.
the mayor from Book of Boba Fett.
No.
Oh.
No.
Surprise.
So, yeah. I know they have a ton of Book of Boba Fett stuff out there, but
Yeah,
Not
Ernie,
this guy.
please, one, please.
No, it's not. It doesn't even. It's coming out in the fall. You guys don't read words, do you? This one and another one they're both Galaxy's Edge and Shop Disney exclusive. They're going to go up for pre-order on May the 4th on Shop Disney with fall availability.
boom.
Nice. I have
There
all
it
the
is.
PR stuff. I still didn't read it.
Oh my god.
What are those squiggly lines in the bottom right corner of this black photo? What are those curvy lines that seem to be arranged in a pattern? Anyway,
this
is
looks like a good figure. It really does because he does stand up
Yeah.
like that and that tall. He comes with the holocrons that you can buy there. Those are the Jedi and the Sith ones. The sword, I'll go back this weekend. No, wait, are we going this weekend? Sometime I'll go and I'll find that sword. But for those who are listening right now and you did watch this episode tonight, what's up to the workers at Doc Ondar, Jocelyn, and Justin? What's up? Thanks for helping me out last week.
nice. Vintage collection chrysanthemum with proper looking body scale and skull.
that looks so much better.
Infinitely
that
better.
that janky first release. Like that's
Paul,
it's
they
like
should
they weren't
send-
even trying.
No, they weren't. They should send everybody this figure who bought that figure.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Like if
I
you
like
show
that.
your receipt that
Trade it in.
Sorry.
Okay. I don't think I bought one, so I can't show my receipt.
they sent
he
you
has the-
yours.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I said I don't have a receipt. I got the box and the UPC. That's usually good, right?
You're
But
gonna
he
get
comes
this
with the brass knuckles with the the charge going through it as an effect. That looks awesome. And
They didn't
honestly,
show that
this,
for the Black Series.
this looks so much better than the publishing figure that came out.
I think the
TVC
vintage
got-
collection looks better.
TBC got a lot of love.
Yes, they do.
There's a Jabba.
That's Black Series.
Black Series are redoing Jabba? Nice.
Yes, I'm upset about the Jabba is Black Series, and that is literally the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that has been high priced for years that I have two of, and now you just want to throw it back out there because that's what
Oh,
made
so
the Comic-Con
You don't want
exclusive the
everyone to have
exclusive.
it.
No, just do
You want
Jabba by
everyone who has
himself.
money to have it from you.
Yes,
All
from
right.
me, and then you can sell it out. No, for reals. So it is a re-put out of the Comic-Con one because it comes
Re-put
with that little
Re-release.
Thanks, Paul.
Re-release.
A
I got it.
rebone in.
Reboning.
It's a bone out version. A
Uh-huh.
rebone out version.
They boned out and
Yes.
they boned them back in.
Yeah.
And then they reboned in.
Which
Paul
gave
gets me.
yeah, which was a huge boner because that's
For
a terrible
everybody.
mistake to make. Yeah.
Right, across the board. They saw
Yeah.
it and was like, yes, finally, boners up. So
Whoa,
Totally.
no. Also, 79% in the chat says no for never having
I saw
used
that.
phrase.
So
before.
Ernieism it is. So I guess. Sorry.
Okay, Black Series, Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight, Gaming Greats, Darth Maul, Force Spirits 3-pack. What do you think of them doing that one with a Hayden Christensen head with Ghost Obi-Wan and Ghost Yoda sitting on that railing on Endor?
It was
What do you
bound to
guys think about
happen.
the decision there?
It was bound to happen.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Three
Aren't
rings.
they selling the Force Ghost Anakin separately though?
No, it's only
As
in the
well?
3-pack.
Oh, maybe I just saw
3-pack, I
separate-
believe.
Okay, I
Yeah.
just saw a separate picture of just the Anakin
Because-
one.
He's the new one
Right.
for the series because they've already had them. They've already had those two, so those are re-bone-ins, and then Anakin is going to be by himself. So that's what they were showing. Yeah, these are all look at same, and then Anakin.
Yeah, this was the Obi-Wan is they've
Mhm.
done that already.
Okay, but you know what would be a nice touch is if they included the original
Sebastian Shaw.
yes, version head just on the side. Like, come on, give him his props for theatrical cut compared to what was changed later. Because
Oh,
that's
for
all you
sure.
have to do is just pop the head on. That would have been a
Especially,
nice
is this
touch.
like an anniversary set? They should definitely have
Correct.
the OG face. I can't, they have the lightsaber hand showing through. Like, come on.
What's the only hand they have? They don't give you
It's-
extra hands.
It looks
If
like
you-
he's secretly trying to force choke somebody. Like he's all
Say that
smiling
again.
and he's got his hand like it's like
Where's Padme?
He's a ghost, like, and he's still force choking people.
Yeah.
it's just the way
So
his hand is shaped.
for the anniversary, absolutely right. They should have thrown him in, and this set I feel would have sold better.
Oh, bridge not included.
Nuh-uh.
It says right there, bridge not included.
Oh, I see it now. Serious? I thought that was like
Wow.
a front piece.
No.
All right. Not
Yeah.
for everyone.
And he looks gigantic compared to Obi-Wan.
He does,
Hayden
right?
Christensen looks
I
like
thought the same thing.
he's jacked. So if you recant on your deathbed,
So
you can you get to be young forever. But if you
Oh
follow the
my
way of the
God.
Jedi, you get to stay old and shriveled.
I can finally be skinny and be like a skinny Force Ghost. That's what I'm picking. I don't want to be jacked. I'm going to be skinny.
Yeah.
Skinny Ernie, Force Ghost. How's it going? Nobody recognized me.
Oh my gosh, you guys are insane. My favorite thing to come out of this, and probably what I'm most excited for, is the vintage collection scaled Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter, as seen on the show, The Mandalorian. He's currently in the ship now. Hopefully, it doesn't blow up before this releases. And I realized I probably just cursed it as I said it. But from what I heard today, it's like fully re-sculpted, newly sculpted for vintage collection. So people who are comparing it to, I got this for $30 back in the day in whatever year from, when Phantom Menace was out. I don't think it's comparable at all.
Hey, I'm happy for you vintage collectors and that it wasn't a
Repaint?
HasLab. No, that it wasn't a HasLab.
No, yeah, that too.
But it's in this. What I love about it, it's the same scale as the HasLab, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So-
right.
You can just pick this up. I'm gonna grab one,
Yeah.
and when I finally bust out the Razor Crest, like
Oh,
side
wow.
by side, it'll be cool. Make a nice
Yeah.
display.
Yoko, are you
That's
getting
gonna be
this?
real cool.
Yes, sir.
It's got the same style display base as the Razor Crest too. So if you have
Mhm.
both, having them side by side just gives it a unique look altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Have they
Good job.
released a Pelimoto in that scale?
No.
Oh, see that her and pit droids in
With
a
the droids, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
in a pack would be awesome.
That'd be
then
so
that could-
good.
You can even build if they release that playset of the hangar bay, Pelimoto's hangar bay. right?
And I think you should do it all one go around, as you're saying, and have all the droids. You should have the gonk.
yeah,
You should have the 2 pit and like that. That'd be great. But I'm like, again, seriously, I know we say stuff about Black Series and like that and why are they doing this, but Vintage Collection is killing it. And I
Mhm.
got to give it to them for not doing that as a HasLab. That was great for putting it straight out and it's still compared right there to the Razor Crest, the stand, everything they're giving you. That was cool. That was a home run. That was good. Everybody's going to pick that up.
I like that too. Well, it's not a HasLab because they announced that there will be a HasLab. And
Yeah.
that was the announcement. You will be, prepare your wallets.
I wish they would have gave a
And,
tease.
I know. That would have been great. I think rumors plus people's, I guess, fan casting of the HasLab is the Ghost ship. Does that count?
I love you, Dario.
If it's the Ghost, though, it would make sense for them to. I mean, I don't know since when have they necessarily made sense, but what would make sense would be to time it
damn,
with
Yoko.
the
Force
launch
Ghost
of the
Razor
show,
Crest.
right?
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, Force Ghost
my God.
Razor Crest.
That-
Paul, would you?
Force
Sorry,
Ghost
go ahead.
Razor Crest. No, the Ghost would be fantastic, especially could you have the detachable Phantom on the back
Yeah.
of it. You know, yeah,
That'd
and
be
they can
huge.
do it. Well, they could do it though. They did the Razor Crest. Done the Razor Crest. They could do it if they can do. Yeah.
So a HasLab of the Ghost. Would you want tiers in order to get the whole crew, or would you want to be able to pick up the crew separately? Because
Why
we don't
you
have
get
any of the crew.
separately?
Well, because it's vintage collection, they only usually give you about 2 figures for those HasLabs. So there is no other vintage collection of the crew at all yet. So
It's a big
don't you
crew,
think
too.
a
That's
better
tough.
selling point would be to include the whole crew?
Mm.
Yeah. Have everybody
yes and
there.
no, though, but because like the regular Rebels crew deserves a mainline release, right? So it should be
Yes.
variants or like additional characters, that come in a HasLab
Yes.
with the Ghost. I think,
Okay. Like a blind Kanan.
Yeah. With the blast
Ooh.
shield
Yeah.
over his eyes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
there you
variant.
go.
Or like
I like that.
Sabine has her different colorways. That'd be one you could do.
Yeah,
I
she
like
has
that. Marketing
exactly.
Yoko. I love it.
Well, the seasons
Maybe
they're-
Ezra
yeah.
could be like in a stormtrooper look, or
they
something.
grow.
Yeah.
Ezra
So
with
young
the short
Ezra,
haircut
older.
versus.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I
with
forgot
long
Ezra
hair.
changed too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them did, because I mean we got to see them grow through that whole series. So you're right, different variants of them would be awesome.
But maybe other characters too, like a puffer pig, or I don't know why that's the first thing that popped in my head, but like other
Cases
other-
of Meliorons.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, it's got to
Yes!
come with
Right?
Melu.
Cases of those?
It better
It
come
has
with
to.
Meliorons.
And they each need to have one to hold. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think that's my favorite stuff coming from the Hasbro realm for Star Wars out of Celebration. Paul, I need you to take the helm on this next section that we jumped forward to for
Oh
a
my
little
God.
bit and then went back and then we're going back to again because this is your probably like one of your new favorite lines that I'm seeing you have a lot of fun with collecting, and that's
Yeah.
Jazzwares' Micro Galaxy Squadron. And if you are into this line, please make sure you're following Cole Micro Galaxy Squadron on
Yeah.
IG with
That's
the
a fantastic Instagram account. Yeah. Cole
always
is-
has information with SKUs and releases, sightings where you can get stuff.
Yeah.
Go check it out over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, kicking it off, I mean, the first day of announcements was a huge one as they announced, well, you see the picture of the top half of it, at least, the Lambda class shuttlecraft, which is Wave 4, I believe, the Wave 4, and as well, if you have a picture of it, the AT-AT or the AT-AT armored walker. That one looks incredible. Both of these ships come with, you can see the cutaway parts. There's a Royal Guard right there. The Emperor is included with the shuttle.
Oh,
The
nice.
wings are ratcheted as they move down. It just looks spectacular in every essence of that word, just because of the scale of it, the details. The AT-AT you can see there. The cockpit opens up. The side opens up. It comes with a little crane out the side as well. There's a speeder bike at the back. I believe there are 5 figures that come with the AT-AT. That's their
Nice.
new, I think, the Assault class, which is the biggest class ships that they have there. So like previous editions would be the Millennium Falcon, just to give you an example of scale. And you can see the little Scout Walkers there. So how it scales in comparison with the Scout Walkers that have already been released, and with the little, you can see the speeder bikes all around. I mean, this is going to be a mammoth piece, and it has lights and sound from what I hear as well. And so that's really, really cool. And that was just the first day. And the second day, you can see they had to release the TIE bomber right there. Look at the details on that. They released a couple of variant chase and rare ships as well. The X-wings. You've got Biggs Darklighter and Wedge Antilles. The Y-wing bomber. Again, my cup runneth over. I mean, I love these little ships, and yes, they're repaints, but they're so. I mean, that's what makes them so cool. With the fact that one of them is a chase and the other one is rare.
As long as they make a repaint with Carson Teva at some point. I mean, can we tell it's you? I mean, we could repaint one of the little figures and say it's you on and it'll be perfect.
Sure. And then here you got the Vulture droid you can see in the foreground. The cool part about that is everything articulates so you can have it in flying mode and in walking mode. Luke Skywalker's land speeder. You can see there's Farmer Luke. Previously, the only way you could get him was if he was with the Millennium Falcon in that, I believe it's that the TIE Fighter Chase battle pack that they had. Whereas the other version had Obi-Wan Kenobi there. But here you can see the land speeder. The hood opens up. The engine cowlings come off of that. Looks fantastic. The Hoth AT-AT. I'm not sure if it comes with a squish DAC. But I'm sure you can reenact that yourself because you've got the
paint them on the side of the.
That's right.
Ooh.
And look at this. Look at how beautiful that is. The TIE Interceptor, right? And there's a variant of that one too. There's a bright red one, which is you can sort of see the shadow. There's an A-wing, but you can see in the case there. But it's a bright red variant of it, and I believe it's a Royal Guard. People were speculating that it was Baron.
It says Imperial Guard TIE Interceptor.
Interceptor,
is that the red variant?
Yeah, that's the red variant right there, which is, I mean, that's really cool down there. And then the A-wing. And again, these things are proportioned just so beautifully. Like it's spectacular.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Nice.
Beautiful sculpt and paint and whatnot. And I know people have been asking for that for a while to get the TIE Interceptors, right? And then you've got the little
There you go.
Scout class, the little those come in the little blind boxes there, right? And you can see the chase variants. You've got Boba Fett riding it like a bantha, right? There. You've got the rare versions right there.
Does it say who these are? Read it.
Yeah, it's the
you could see.
bounty hunters.
Well, I could see who it is. That's Boba, and then that's Dirge. They have one for Dirge, which is so awesome because he's from the cartoon one.
Okay.
And then what's her
She's
name?
about, I can't remember.
I know.
Are we all
blanking
blanking on the bounty hunters? now?
Aura
Yes.
Singh?
Yes, Aura
Yes.
Singh. Yes, Yoko.
Yes,
Thank you.
Aura Singh.
Yes, Yoko. All right.
I want Ray.
Oh, there we go.
Third speeder. There you go. Aura Singh.
They're
I always
killing it
wanna
with this
say-
line.
I always want to say Ayala Sakura for whatever reason whenever I see her, just because the A sound.
Look at this speeder. Flipknot
Bananas.
speeder with Genoshan Warrior. You want a bunch of these. These look
Nice.
so cool.
Right.
Anakin.
And of course, there's
Ray.
Ray.
Ray speeder.
Yeah, Mando.
Balutar. Right. Oh, the cloud car.
So
Sorry.
good.
Oh, sorry. Yes. The
The cloud car.
Bespin Cloud City.
Yes.
Mhm.
The
Cloud
twin
car.
pod cloud car.
I always think of Care Bears when I hear Cloud Car.
Cloud car.
Yes.
Oh, they're ones that they drop.
Yes. That's always gonna be the first Cloud Car that pops in my mind.
Oh,
Somebody
Skiff.
needs to do a
Desert
heart
Skiff,
for
yeah.
that.
With Desert Han. Right? Gino
Oh,
Fighter.
this is the one that owns Boba Fett.
That's right. Right
So
there.
I'm gonna need 6 of those. I
Oh,
will autograph them. Genoshan Starfighter with pilot. Ooh, Kit Fisto. Yes, with the mech.
And this is a
Are you
chase.
seeing these for the first time, Kev?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, somehow I liked it, but
I think this was this morning.
Yeah, they just
Was it? Oh.
It
I
was-
think so.
these
I
were
think
this
this was
morning.
this morning. Yeah.
yeah, and then the U-wing.
this I saw.
Love that.
Time is both fast.
Jin
and slow.
Urso, K2SO, and Cassian Andor. Very happy. Now some of these are exclusives. Like this, the AT-AT is an Amazon exclusive.
But this is the
Right.
second version of it, right?
The Andor version. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can tell from the feet being painted
Yeah.
the way they are too, right? And so you've got
Okay.
looks like
I think
Jedi, Luke, Darth Vader, AT-AT, Pilot, Scout Trooper, and Stormtroopers. 4.
Because I
Four
read words.
stormtroopers.
I read words.
And you
We had to
also
do-
have
Go.
the speeder bike.
So are you guys going to be able to get this, Canadian people?
I don't know. The releases so
Or is
far
this-
have been
Mm-hmm.
haven't been as
Oh.
abundant.
Well,
as-
So what
if they
about the
deliver
ones
to
that were up
Canada,
there?
For sure.
What about those other ones? Wasn't there Amazon exclusives already? Were you guys able to get those or no?
No, not through Amazon.ca. You have to go to Amazon.com and get them to deliver to Canada. Or if you had American friends who would grab
Ready?
them and mail them to you.
Okay.
That's another way. There are
I
other
would like some-
cross-border shopping services that you can get. Now this is the other one,
Another
right? So Battle
Falcon?
Vendor Battle Pack. This one, 2 TIE interceptors, but you've got Nien Num in there, right? You've got like Rebel
Oh.
Alliance and then Lando.
Yeah.
Paul's geeking out. Look how
It's
happy
like,
he is.
Come on, man.
The interceptors are nice.
They look great. They look great. You know,
Yeah.
the TIE fighters, the first edition TIE fighters look great too. Like all these ships, they're fun to play with. And they're
That's cool.
at the perfect scale.
Thanks, Yoko. And is that the last slide? Oh no, no. These are official images. It looks
Yeah.
like. Yeah, crazy. Oh, B-wing pilot, first order TIE. Yes, yes, give it to me. TIE silencer with Kylo Ren. More clones.
Right. The V-wing. And this is for first order stuff too, right? And then you've got the other one.
Which
What was the shadow?
The classified one, the chase. The one they haven't revealed yet, but you can see the silhouettes. Right?
B-Wing. Elite First Order. These are cool. You out. What was the other one though? What was the other chase?
It's up in the corner. It's another ship. I thought it was
sorry,
a
just dealing
V-wing.
with the guy in the chat.
Oh.
Yeah. Whose is that though? I mean, I can
It's
see
French.
it, but
It's
I can't
Chase
see it.
Lay 5000.
Oh, it's en français.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, you cheese-eating surrender monkey. Those are the Clone War era, like the V-wing that we saw in the
Thank
Bad
you.
Batch, right? They
Yes.
scrambled out and
Clone War.
blew
Okay,
up they blew up the back.
Nice.
All right, and that's the toy stuff. Crazy amount of reveals. I'm sure there's more stuff out there, but in the realm of kind of like what I collect and what most people who come to this channel are also into, this kind of stuff is probably the highlights. There's the Jedi adventure stuff for the kids. You can check those out on the Hasbro pages or the Star Wars pages. But it's crazy, and we're getting consistent content in the streaming services, and that just means more and more toys to keep us happy, I guess. Whatever holes we're trying to fill in our lives, we will have more stuff to buy. So stay tuned here on this channel, on Instagram. Go follow Micro Galaxy Squadron for more stuff and more news on toys. Oh, Aaron S. Sorry, Hot Toys announced a 40th anniversary Vader and diecast 3PO.
Right.
Oh, that's right. It has the head you can switch off for the Force electricity.
Yeah, the one that
receiving
glows.
Vader.
Yeah,
Yes,
that looks great.
the candy one. All right, I'm gonna find it. I'll try to find that for the end. I think we should get to the episode right now, which is Mandalorian season 3, episode 6, chapter 22. Guns for hire.
Mhm.
All right, I just need to change something in the show real quick and pull the pictures up.
see the baby.
Ernie's back. Ernie's back.
Thanks. I just got here.
Okay, so the previous episode we ended off with the armor telling Bo-Katan to take off her helmet, and she's gonna go find more Mandalorians. And we're gonna join everyone together, whether they helmet on, helmet off, bone in or bone out. We should all be together. The Mandalorians will be stronger as one. So
All
the episode
7%.
is that. Well, you know what? We'll welcome you back, 7% or not.
Yeah.
So the episode starts. I have never seen this before. This is the coolest thing on this ship. The captain is in their own water tank / tube, and made me think, why are the other people not in their own tube? Is this a captain's privilege? And then on top of that, they get a snack delivered in the tube, like a little.
I felt like it was a
It's good to be
privilege.
captain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Good
Yeah,
to be captain.
I took it as that immediately. Like, ooh, you get your own little tank. Nobody else does. When her workers sitting around her, like, someday I'll get that tank.
I'm gonna pee in that tank because I got a bad shift. Anyway, like, just bring me a little snack. It's just funny to see. They just dump it into the water. And then, of course, they are approached by a Imperial vessel. They think they're just Imperial remnants out there, but it is the Mandalorians that we are looking for. We, the viewer, along with Bo-Katan. This thing is cool. That the
I
water.
love that explanation though of what she said was, "Oh, my basic's not so good," because
Yeah.
she called them raiders and like that, and it was like, "No, we're not." I was like, "Oh, I mean, the Empire, the Great Empire." Like, that was. Cool.
I do that sometimes too. I'm like, oh, sorry, English is my second language, and it gets you out of a lot of stuff. I mean,
Does it?
No, you haven't tried that?
No, I just say everything's an Ernieism, and they're like, "Oh,
What do you mean? Ernie's like 8 years old in class. Is like, sorry, teacher, I got to bone out. They're like, what? Please,
they're like, please don't.
I was always like, "Where's my sound wave?" And then we were out.
And like, I'll see you in the principal's office. Anyway, it's so cool. They kind of they release all the water from this tank into a sitting position for the chair. I absolutely loved it. And of course, we see return of the fan favorite, Yoko's favorite, Axe Woves, and the other Mandalorian mercenaries. Yoko, how do we turn Axe Woves into an insult on Thursday night?
By him existing.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, we
Wow.
turned the term Axe Woves as like an insult on enablers. I don't know what happened.
Because he's a little, you know what.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? No Chewing is here. Jason B. Michael, what's up, man? It's been a while. Good to see you. Looking forward to this discussion. Somehow joined at
Look
the
his
perfect
face.
time.
Don't you just want to punch that face?
He's a good-looking guy. He's not.
He does
punch-worthy.
talk
No.
snobby though. He does. He
I
does
want to
snobby.
punch that face.
Well,
It's true.
he's got a lot going on for.
You know
him.
what he
He's-
looks like? He looks
he's
like he has a burnt
Action figure?
handshake.
Oh,
Why don't you like Axe Woves? Look at his handshake.
oh
my
no.
God.
Anyway,
Can we-
these Mandalorian? Yes, please.
Can we just say, well, like the fact that Cosca Reeves being there too was a big reveal because Sasha Banks or Mercedes Verano flat out lied to everybody and said that Cosca Reeves, like, she was not asked back to come to the to reprise her role in the Mandalorian.
Oh, I
for
never heard
season-
her say that. Is that...
Yeah, she went on record. No,
Really?
yeah, she flat out freaking lied, and I love that.
You
I love
kind of
that.
have to.
Because,
Good for
well,
her.
yeah, you have
Yeah.
to pretty much result. I mean, and she's not the only one in the universe to do that. Lars Mikkelsen, when it was reported a few months ago that he was going to be in the cast of Ahsoka, flat out friggin' lied to everybody. Said, "No, this is not true. I've not been approached for it." It's very flattering, but no. And then they revealed him just a couple of days ago. So, it's one of those things where it's like a flat out lie. So, and I enjoy that. I love that skullduggery just because I think
It is.
people, fans, everybody's digging a little too hard for scoops.
That's
And
funny.
this whole season's been a season of like people lying to your face or making story decisions that have just flummoxed people and gone and just been completely the opposite direction. Who's going to save Grogu in Order 66? You know, it's Barasafi. It's Anakin Skywalker. It's this person. It's like, nope, Kelleran back. Right? So I love things like that.
Who guessed Anakin?
So there were
Oh,
people
buddy.
who were.
What?
I know it was such a stretch. I was like, no. He was like, I don't know. It was a really, but his name was bandied about as somebody who actually saves Grogu before he kills everybody else.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, well,
Oh.
weird. It was weird.
Huh.
Or even the whole like, who's Carson Tava talking to? It's like Mon Mothma, General Leia. It's like, nope,
Yeah.
Tim Meadow.
Wrong. Matt Meadows. No one had that one.
nope, nobody had Tim Meadows at
Another
all.
Expos,
Yeah.
if you ask me. But yeah.
So, anyways, I just want to point out there she is, looking all smug, all the Mandalorians.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight her though.
No,
Homeboy
no.
looks like he has Jango
she's-
Fett's armor on.
Oh, the other guy,
Yeah.
the fleet commander.
This one?
Yes. Yeah.
Ernie sent me a very angry
Did.
image of a Lego
Is
leap.
that why I hate him?
Yeah,
Because
because
of Agents of Shield?
yeah,
Do I subconsciously hate him from that to
probably.
begin with?
Was he on Agents of Shield?
Yes, he was.
That's what the chat is saying. I vaguely recall now. Who was a bad guy?
He does have a bad guy look about him.
Yeah, and so there's a
Okay.
Lego set that somebody put out right away that I'm sorry, spoiler. And he's in it already. And I'm like, this dude gets a Lego figure before Paul. Like the setup is there. You have that small X-Wing, $39.99 that you could do with Paul. Like just out the gate. Big episode. We know that's where he's from. He's getting a bus, and this dude gets a Lego figure. I was upset. Paul was trying to calm me down in our text. And I'm like, no, I'm banning Lego now.
Did you text him from Target?
No, I
Or
was at
wherever you-
Disneyland. So I went to downtown Disney. I went to the Lego store and I knocked down a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, Carson Tava lives. And then I was out.
Carson Tava says, "What's up?" And then you, and then you
What's up?
take a little kid's soda and you take a sip out of it and throw it down.
Throw it down. I poured it on the play area. Oh, so Legos are sticky now. And yeah, man,
You're a menace. You're a
I am.
menace, sir. But these Mandalorians, these lying and evil Mandalorians, have been hired by a royal family to retrieve somebody from this ship, and it's a love story. It's like a Romeo and Juliet thing going on with these. It's a Corin and a I forget the other one already. Was this what you were doing
Calamari.
earlier? Calamari. This Yoko.
Calamari.
Come on.
Yes.
Oh,
I got this screenshot just for you.
Yeah.
I thought you were
Yoko.
doing the Little Rascals.
Some people are really grossed out by this.
I got the screenshot because I was like, did this awaken something in me? Like this was
Did you put it in your folder? Are you serious right now?
I went ahead to see the next picture and it's gone because I put it in my science folder.
Wow.
Anyway,
Man.
these are the Mandalorians that we will be looking for, setting up what we talked about the end of the previous episode. They're on this mission, and they mentioned we got to wrap this up. They have a next contract on Plaisir
Yeah.
15.
Wasn't it so quick though? I mean, yeah, this is like Romeo and Juliet, but she gave him up so quick, and all she says is
Yeah.
like, "I'll see you again," and that was it. Like it was
Because he was
take a-
like, we don't want to mess up her ship, and she
Yeah.
kind of looked over on the screen. He's like, oh, he's got a good point. You got to go.
Yeah.
Like, I'll find. Well, this was a nice fling.
I'll see
and,
you. It was
you know,
cool.
It was cool. I'll call you. I'll
Yeah.
call you.
Bye.
And
Don't hollow chat me. Yeah. I swear. It was
Oh,
quick.
This is how I
Anyway.
treat people now.
I mean, okay,
what?
but here's the thing though. This is definitely a Clone Wars thing. I mean, because there was old episodes of they live on the same planet, but they war against each other.
Mhm.
So this really is a Romeo and Juliet story, and a lot of people were taken back by that. And it's like, oh well, there is a past. Like this is all true, and this has happened before. We've seen it on episodes, and they're just extending it out now because you can actually say that this now has turned into live action as well, because that whole storyline was there as well too in the cartoons before, and it's showing them trying to be together, and they're still not. So I didn't get when people were saying like, what is going on here? So her man had warrants. Embarrassing.
That's so
It was.
stupid.
And she gave
That's
him
so
up, Mario, right away. She didn't even be like trying to hide him for nothing. Not even quick. It was like, oh yeah, he's here. All right, babe,
The
here, you
chat is
gotta
saying
go.
the Mon Cal was voiced by Tom Holland's little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it in the credits? I was trying to find it, but I didn't recognize any of the names on here. But that's cool. That's cool. Moving along, we arrive at Plaisir 15. I love the audio of the ship flying in, just the engine sounds. It's so beautiful, and
It's Epcot.
it's got it's Epcot, the whole family here inside Bo-Katan's ship, and then of course the automation from the planet takes over. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer for this episode, but they made it seem like it was more exciting than it was, because this was just a welcoming autopilot thing. But there's this ominous music in the trailer, and they're like, they've taken over our ship. And then that, like, there was some sort of danger,
Really?
some sort of imminent danger. And then it's just like, welcome to. And then there's these two droids, and then you get on the bullet train. I don't know if you saw that.
When I heard that happen,
funny editing.
I thought Alexa turned on something. That voice really is
You
different.
got something in your house?
and not show. I did. I thought something in the house turned on when I heard that, and I was like, "Oh, what is that?" And then
It's the Stark Expo. I love it. You guys are all nerds.
yeah. Look at it is.
Wait, why
Put
am
it
I
together.
pointing and laughing like I'm not? Look at those nerds. On their way in, they see the fleet that the mercenaries have built. They have the Imperial ship and all the gauntlet-like ships that they have there. So yeah, this is the part. The autopilot took over, and it seemed like they were in a lot of danger. But then they're brought to the main palace. They've been requested after they scan in their chain codes. I thought that was pretty cool. When Bo-Katan and Mando were sitting on there, they're like, just tell us who you are. Scan their chain codes. They're like, oh, your presence has been requested by the Duchess. Yoko, what was going on with you here when you walk in and you see these two greeting Mando and Bo-Katan and Grogu?
What wasn't going on in my head here? There's a lot to take it. Wait, can you go back out? There's a lot to take in here.
It's
I was
a
like, I don't
big
even know.
setup.
Well, I didn't even notice this giraffe butt looking thing on the right.
The blue giraffe. But
That is
this
the
is
blue giraffe
this
butt.
is actually a look at the bottom half of Paul's bust that they're going to release later on.
Oh, wow.
No, those are not. They didn't have his legs
Long lean
scanned.
legs. Yeah.
It's what happens when you skip leg day. That's what happens.
They have all these species at the table, all lounging. Okay, you have Jack Black. I didn't even know what Lizzo looked like. So this was another situation where I'm like, am I supposed to know this person? But the crazy part, the first thing I noticed, I'm not joking, is the Clone Wars Kenobi kind of look on these soldiers that they have.
Yeah.
Paul, that's like clone armor. Is that clone
It's
armor?
stormtrooper
or
armor.
Stormtrooper armor.
It's stormtrooper armor.
But it's got that same look with the front robes
Yeah,
and the
it's-
cape that looks like General.
Yeah, it's helmets
Jedi.
off, but the neck seal, that's all TK armor. I did take a look at it, and you can tell from the shins. Like there's another shot of them where you can see the shin armor, and it's got the diamond knee on the left or the right one. I can't remember, but that's a giveaway. And the abdomen, well, it's covered up by the robes, but it definitely the way the shoulder bells, the bicep, and the forearms. That's all TK armor, and it makes sense too, right? Because they wouldn't be using clone. Well, no, it's a separatist world, or it was at least. They had a lot of battle droids, but if it was Imperial controlled, it would make more sense that they would have, especially post Return of the Jedi, stormtrooper armor.
Well, wasn't that what Jack Black is? Wasn't
Yeah,
he
he's
former
ex-Imperial.
right?
Yeah.
So
He
like,
comes
maybe
out of
those were his.
He's got
Amnesty
the
program.
he's got the amnesty, and he's wearing the amnesty pin.
Yeah, he
And
was.
if you look at his costume, even though it is very it's ostentatious and they've got all these flourishes on it, the base of it is the New Republic blue
That blue.
sort of uniform, right? He's just zhuzhed it up a lot.
I think I'm gonna cosplay that at Japan. So easy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You got to rock that beard though.
Oh, I gotta start now.
Just let it go. Just let it grow.
Gotta start now.
Yeah, but Yeah, Yoko, this scene, like this setup is wild, right? Just looking at
Yeah.
as they
And
open the
like
doors.
Jack Black instantly recognizable, right? Lizzo,
Mhm.
I was like 90% sure it was Lizzo, 10% afraid I was accidentally racist.
Ernieing it.
Mm.
I didn't want to say that.
Wow. All right.
But
Hi. I'm
Just
sitting
as we
looking
saw
right
for,
more
here.
as we saw more of her and like I heard her speaking, I was like, oh, that is definitely Lizzo. But I don't know. It was a little distracting, was it not? Because it's Jack Black and Lizzo, right?
There are a lot of cameos in this episode, and I wanted to ask all three of you: does it take away from your viewing experience? And chat, feel free to chime in also.
It it pulled me out because
Yeah.
it was like Jack Black, and then I sort of equate it to like with Zeb showing up. Like for me, that's a cameo.
Mhm.
Because everybody goes, "Oh my god, is that Zeb?" I don't know, and people, it doesn't matter what happens, what kind of dialogue follows that, because people who are like questioning that, they're not even listening to any of the dialogue. They're just trying to figure out, and that's what happened with Lizzo. Like we saw Jack Black, and then Anna and I were like, "Who's is that?" And Anna said, "Is that Lizzo?" I said, "I don't know. Are we being racist? Are we being like you're having that discussion, and you miss every bit of dialogue in between, right?
Yeah.
Because you're busy trying to figure that out."
Is it? You're looking up.
I know, and that's the thing, right? But I wouldn't call them cameo appear. These are celebrity castings, like appearances. A cameo is a very small, like Zeb is a cameo, and it's the perfect
Right.
cameo, right?
Right.
He's there, he's gone, he doesn't push forward the narrative at all. Like he's just there. And but for these two, Jack Black, Lizzo, Christopher, I was gonna say Walken, Christopher Lloyd, they're all like they're characters. They're playing scenes. They're not cameos, right? So, which kind of makes it a little bit more distracting in some ways too, just because just trying to get your head around who they are, because their celebrity is so big. It's
Christopher Lloyd wasn't as big for me because to me, like maybe I just haven't seen him in a long time, but like he looks different than what I pick, what I think of him looking like. But partly
Great
because he's
Scott.
partly
Really,
because
Yoko?
I know who Ernie. You're not listening to me. I said maybe I haven't seen him in a long time. Like I picture him as Doc,
Doc
like
Brown.
like as Doc Brown, and so like that's why I didn't necessarily be like, oh, I mean, obviously it was him, but it didn't take me out as much because he wasn't Christopher Lloyd to me. He was whatever this character he was actually playing, right?
Oh.
And he was different enough. He wasn't like Jack Black. Like I think did Tommy just say that? Someone just said this, that like Jack Black's playing Jack Black, in this role.
I thought he was good in this episode. Paul, when you use Zeb as a comparison, at least it's like an in-universe kind of Easter egg cameo, where something like this, you recognize the actor from every day. But even though I recognize them, I felt like they did a good job with their character, that it wasn't like, oh, this is ridiculous. Like someone said in the chat, it's like a toned down Jack Black, like he wasn't over the top. And I think he was still really good playing the whatever
Captain
his role
Bombardier.
Bombardier.
And that's the thing. I'm not calling you the question of performances at all.
Oh yeah,
it's just like it's there's level of celebrity is when you see them, you're like, oh my god, because you're not expecting Jack Black to be in the episode or Lizzo to be in the episode. We had heard that Christopher Lloyd was going to be in the show at some point. People were speculating what character he was going to be playing. A lot of people thought he was going to be Bo-Katan's dad in a flashback, or a chieftain, a Mandalorian chieftain, or whatever. People were just speculating that. And then, this happens. And so that was a big thing. It was like, oh my God, it's Jack Black. I did not think he was going to be in this, right? And so it's like if Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt showed up and did something, it's like, they're good actors, but it's just like they're so much bigger than who they are. It's like that. It takes a while to sort of get back into it. The second viewing of this, I found way more enjoyable than the first one, to be honest. The first time through, I was just like kind of shell shocked. I was like, what the hell was that? Right. But the second time through, I really, really kind of like, I removed the stick up my ass and just kind of went, okay, let's just enjoy this and see what it is. And there's certain things I still kind of went, okay. It wasn't my bag, but people enjoyed it and it moved the story along. So fine.
Paul,
it's good.
Got the bone out, apparently.
Yes. Bone out, yes. So
In this episode, or sorry, in this scene right here, you have the Ithorian, kind of like the mayor in the Book of Boba Fett with the voice changer.
Mhm.
Of course, they're all drinking out of these tubes that's
More
connected
purple
to a
butt.
tank with.
TK's time to shine.
Oh, you have a frog lady type here.
Which I thought that was the last of their race.
No, they never said that.
It was
I
the
thought
last
that
of
was.
her.
No,
her
the
batch
last
of
of her
eggs.
eggs.
Her lineage, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that explains a lot. You didn't even get my take on Jack Black. That's fine. Prospect will just say.
Oh yes,
No, that's fine.
Ernie.
I'll just
how do
wait.
you- No,
Go through the
before
chat.
we move on, I'll go through the chat's reaction first.
Thank you. Yeah. I had it
I'd like to
all
hear
ready
from
to
the
go.
baby.
I had segues ready. And no,
Check it up.
you want to go into the thing.
Phone them in, Ernie, please.
Yes. So, okay. I had to watch this way early in the morning because Riley had a Disney trip. I couldn't watch it at night. It was the first time I woke up in the middle of the night. We had to leave super early. I watched this like at 3 a.m. And I see Jack Black and I'm like, Jack Black? Okay. I didn't even know who Lizzo was. My honey had to be like, oh, that's Lizzo. And I'm like, who? The song girl? And then she was like, yeah, like she confirmed it immediately. And I'm like, oh, okay. So they're together? I didn't know what was going on. And I was with Yoko. There was so much in this scene, right? So bright. It's so open, light everywhere. They're shiny. So knowing then that she confirmed that was Lizzo, that was Jack Black, I was really waiting for them to sing. I was like, because Jack Black does. So I was like, oh
Yeah,
my
he
God,
does.
is he going to break into one of his songs and Lizzo busted out too? I was really just waiting for that. But I enjoyed it. I didn't. And then, yeah, me and Paul got to talking later because I didn't know if you guys had watched it yet. And then I had to watch it for a second time because I think it was just too early for me to make a decision. Because then, yes, we get Christopher Lloyd. And I was like, and Christopher Lloyd is in here? So now it seems like you're stacking up, right? And he wasn't. And so I totally get what Yoko was saying because Christopher Lloyd is Christopher Lloyd as an actor is what it is. He's Judge Doom. He was Doc Brown. And when he plays those, he's specifically them, right? His TV roles, like, you know that. But what the hard part is Jack Black is Jack Black. That's what I'm saying is I'm waiting for him to bust out in a song, to sing something. I thought he was going to hum something. I thought he was going to...
Especially paired with Lizzo, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And I thought they both were. So then I'm thinking... Yeah, so then I'm thinking too, because the only background that I know of Lizzo is that she plays that flute, and that's all that's playing in the background. So I was like, oh, is that flute her? Is like she did the soundtrack for this? So yeah. Oh, look it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Is that the real Manuel Miranda? Hi, welcome to the show. How you doing? Can we get tickets? So
it's Tim. It's Tim Manuel.
It's his brother.
What's up, Tim? Oh, it's his little brother. What's up, Tim? All right. So I was expecting the same thing. Yes, that's exactly what I was just saying. I thought she was going to bust out like the Star Wars flute, was going to bust out some jizz in there, and then all of a sudden everybody was going to start playing. So it didn't happen. I don't know. The second rewatch, I'm still waiting for Jack Black to start something, even do an air guitar. I don't know. But that's what it was. So he was good. It was good and like that. And then I read later on Twitter that Lizzo was a huge fan because of her dad, and like this meant everything to her.
Yeah.
So
on her IG post
that added
her
to
dad, showed her
there.
the
Yeah,
movies, right?
that was cool. I love the explanation. I get when we have that, and I understand what everybody's saying as far as the cameos and you have too big of stars, but sometimes that does happen. So Christopher Lloyd worked, even though we put him in all this other one, because it was Christopher Lloyd can play all that. I was really just waiting for Jack Black to start just doing an air guitar. Give me a cool Star Wars song that I'm never going to forget, and Lizzo playing a flute. That's what it was. It didn't take me out that hard, but it was still that. I mean, she was in love with Grogu. And then the only thing about that, I know we'll get to it. So the only thing that took me out that I found weird was the knighting. Like, we knight people.
Mm-hmm.
We have knights in Star Wars.
Yeah, they had the Knights of Ren, dude.
Damn it. Yeah.
For those
Jedi Knights?
curious of
Jedi
what
Knights.
the Knights of the Old Republic.
All right. Yeah.
Ernie.
Yeah. Touche.
Time for you to bone out.
Yeah.
basically negated all
So
of your
tired.
points in one fell
In
swoop.
one false move, I had it, and then I had to throw that in there, huh?
The chat's all typing in bold. Jedi Knights. Jedi Knights. Carl and people who
I'm
are
just making sure you're all
wondering
listening.
how he was busting out some jizz. If you look up Star Wars music, it's called
Jizz.
Jizz
music.
I mean, you can Google Star Wars jizz and you can
Don't
tell me
just
what you come up with.
well,
Make sure
I-
you put
I-
Star Wars before it.
Yeah.
But
might be safer
otherwise-
to put Cantina band jizz music.
Oh, there you go.
That's a
just
lot safer.
Turn on incognito and save yourself. And then while you're at it, search up Jedi Knights and send the links to Ernie.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Thank you.
That's my bad. I was on a roll, and then I just got all caught up.
You were on fire. You were flying too close to the sun. My friend.
I know, and I got burned. Thanks.
Speaking of secretions, Jack Black invites them all in. They're all drinking from that tube connected to this creature in a tank, and it's actually called secretions. Come take a little sippy sip. Shout outs to DK, my secretory. This is the definition of a secretory right here. What they're all drinking. Here's a better look at the armor. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's the
that's Stormtrooper armor for sure.
Totally.
Knights of the Old The chat's still going. That's how wrong you were. I didn't even notice this in the screenshot when they had Grogu flip over to them.
It's Jack Black. And I love Din where he's like under his helmet.
He doesn't take kindly to strangers. Grogu flips over.
Right to her.
He made me look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bo-Katan tells them that they're here to talk with Axe Woves and the group of Mandalorians that are parked outside, and the Duchess and what's his name? He's a captain, Paul.
Captain
Jack Black's the
Bombardier.
Yes.
That's
They
a symbol.
want Bo-Katan and Din Djarin's help first to get rid of some malfunctioning battle droids that they're using for everyday help. And I think the important takeaway from this is that coming in from the previous episode, they're talking about getting some land as Mandalorians and coming out of hiding and building and retaking Mandalore. I think what really sent Bo-Katan that drove her to help them was that this planet would recognize Mandalore as a nation and petition that to the New Republic. And I think she felt like that would really help along. That's their main cause right now, right? Strengthening the Mandalorians, retaking Mandalore, and having another planet recognize them is worth a lot more. And all you got to do is just blow up some battle droids. You had Din Djarin at battle droids. Yoko, are you okay? Choking?
I didn't even see that. Give a sign, Yoko. Remember the sign.
Yeah.
I was dying, and then I almost choked on a boba.
Which comment was it? Which comment that sent you over?
Oh my gosh, there was.
I am once again watching you guys and saying, no, I will not Google that. Well, you know what? That's really, you're doing it to yourself, Cole.
The first one that got me was Trevor, for F's sake, Ernie.
Sorry, Trevor. I was on a roll. And then my head sometimes goes faster than my mouth, and then it just came out, and I was like, "Oh man, here it goes." I apologize, Trevor. You're absolutely right.
How many Star Wars shows are you on, Ernie?
Oh my! I don't even know. I lost count. I was really hoping for an appearance in this one because there is a big Mando that I saw in this one. Did you guys catch that? When they entered the ship and they walk away, there's a big old Mandalorian that walks right past the camera, and I'm like, "There I am." I bet you I could tell everybody that
Which
that was
ship?
me.
In the beginning?
In the beginning, yeah. When they
No,
board and take the dude, there's just a shot of this big old Mando walking by the camera. He was stocky, he was beefy, and I'm like, oh, there I am. There's my suit.
Well, they're tasked with finding the malfunctioning battle droids. So they're going to the commissioner for security to get a list of those droids. And I like the scenes that they were showing of the different droids starting to act up. This one who's just fed up with his job starts tossing all the garbage. They had the other scene where it took a speeder and it crashed, and I'm like, I wonder, do they film how much of that they filmed? That'd be pretty cool if they just set up that one scene. But of course, the commissioner, Hellgate, Firegate, I forget his name, is Christopher Lloyd, who was also previously rumored to be in this season. Which one was it, Paul? Hellgate?
Yes, isn't it Hellgate?
Yeah. And
Heilgate.
so he,
Heilgate?
I think they
Heilgate?
said Hell.
I thought it was Heilgate.
Heil?
Heilgate?
Do I sound like that?
I don't know.
I don't know if you're Heckgate.
Great Scott.
He's rocking his Uncle Fester look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I think it's like everything all in one he did in this episode. Uncle Fester, Doc Brown, Judge Doom. We saw it all.
I don't know that I would know that was him right away if I just saw him.
The voice too. I saw this today while I was creeping Daniel Logan's page after he liked our post. He had posted this.
Creeper.
Well, you know, you got to. Christopher Lloyd, man in the
Hellgate. It is Hellgate.
Thank you, Kat.
Hellgate.
I knew Kat would come through for sure. Oh no, what happened to my screenshots?
Oh, he
What
had to
happened
go
now?
out.
No,
That
he
must
pressed
have-
the button
that-
by accident.
That must have been.
He
his-
accidentally
No,
bones
that must
out
have
all-
been his. That
His
must have
bone
been
out?
His
He's got his bone out, so he had to turn off his camera.
his bone signal lit up. Anyway, I was called him
And he-
Commissioner Bonegate. Commissioner Hellgate says, I don't have a list of these droids. And, you know, you got to go talk to the Ugnaughts that work on our droids. And this is starting to feel like, and it's not a bad thing. You know, it's, you know, they have their mission for this week and they have to solve a mystery. And you as the viewers, like, who's the culprit here? Who's the bad guy? Who's the Scooby and the gang going to pull the mask off at the end of the episode to find, is
You
the
good,
villain.
Ernie? Oh.
No.
I have to hit unmute. No, guys, I have to go. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I know. I know.
okay.
I have to
Before you
bone
go,
out.
where should people catch you this week after you bone out?
The Fallen Fret Chronicles on YouTube Wednesday night, 6 p.m. And then Starlight Digest right after that at 8 p.m. And then Thursday night with They're Not Dolls. And back here on Monday. I'm sorry, guys.
Love you,
I
Ernie.
apologize.
Be safe.
Maybe we'll still be here.
Yeah, I'm serious.
I
If
hope.
you are, I'll pop right back in. It's real quick, but it's still stupid
It's
work.
okay.
Okay. All right.
Go.
I love you
Bye.
guys. Good night. Good
See
night,
ya.
squad. Sorry, I'm
To
going to
the
go get
bone
knighted.
cave.
Okay, bye. Boating out.
All right, so he sends Commissioner sends them down to the Ugnaughts for a list of the malfunctioning droids. This scene was really cool just to see the workshop, more Ugnaughts, and I don't know, the way Bo-Katan walked in there. It's like, I'm Bo-Katan, you will talk to me, and then, you know, kind of disrespecting them, like, well, you're malfunctioning droids that are harming people. I don't know, Paul, what do you think of how Mando turned it around from his experience talking with, you know, I am Mandalorian Din Djarin, friend of
Queel.
Ugnaught
The Ugnaught,
Queel. Like,
yeah.
how
Oh,
cool
me
is
and Ernie's gone for this point. I was dying because I was remember a couple episodes ago when we said that Din's been hanging out with Boba too much, and I was waiting for him to start walking around introducing himself. And then we finally got the hello, I am Din Djarin.
But he had to in this one. It's not.
I
just,
don't
you know,
care
randomly.
about that. Don't
Oh,
explain
okay.
it. He's just finally he's finally introducing himself like Boba Fett. Proving my point.
And he grew up around water too, apparently. No, and it's just you know, he ends off with the "I have spoken." Like,
Yeah.
you know, that was cool that was cool for them to bring it back in the show, and just for him knowing how to speak to the Ugnaughts. I think it was really cool.
Well, there's really great sort of moments where he knows how to be diplomatic and he knows how to speak and negotiate, like with the Tusken Raiders, you know, on Tatooine, and then later on with the Ugnaughts. And these are all lived experiences, which is really cool. And then there's the flip side of like Din Djarin, who just doesn't want to negotiate. Like when he goes to the bar, like he's so quick of the trigger, and we'll get to that. But it's just I love that there's certain, you can tell if he respects a culture, if he's learned through had personal experience with it.
Yeah.
He really does rise above and seems like, oh wow, he's kind of like the man of the people. And then you can tell when he just does not get along with a certain subset or like race or with the droids and stuff like that. It's completely the opposite. He has no patience for them. So I think it's a really neat character quirk of his. But I also love the fact that he learns. Like he's been learning, and he's changing. Maybe not 100%, but he's slowly changing his ways enough to absorb Boba Fett's way of speaking, at least.
I like when he doesn't understand or doesn't have experience. He kind of looks, even with the helmet on, he's got this blank expression. That's what I interpret. And he looks and he's like, I don't understand. Do you speak Huttese? Like that's his default.
Yeah.
But when he knows and he can bring Cobb Vanth with the Sand People, the Tusken Raiders, he's able to, like you said, be diplomatic and kind of guide the conversation that way. Like you're insulting them. Or when he doesn't speak to the Jawas well, and he's like, let my flamethrower do the talking, and he singes a whole bunch of them. But Yoko, I know you were excited for this part, for his I am Mandalorian Din Djarin.
I am Din Djarin. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I didn't know they all spoke like that though. I thought it was just Queel who speaks in a I have spoken kind of way.
And now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
They're building a lot of backstory for a lot of characters, which I love in the show. But of course, they're like it's not their work. They're able to show them a list of the malfunctioning droids, which brings them down to the dock. And even though this does feel like
we're gonna pass over the best line in the episode.
Dude, which one's the best line, Yoko?
Oh my! That you had me at battle droids.
I said that earlier.
What? When'd you say that?
When they were what? When'd you say? No, when they were on the balcony. And
they said it here.
No, they set it up on the balcony when Bo-Katan says,
No?
"What do you think? Should we do this?" And he goes, "You had me at battle droids."
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he said it down here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
premature with the what?
Well, I would say I was late.
Again, the kind of vibe of the Clone Wars or Bad Batch style of like, let's do the mission of the week. I'd still love to see like building out the world in a it's 3D renders and 3D animation, but not like cartoony animation. To see the dock like this, all the battle droids working at the docks, and when he starts kicking them, kicking all the battle droids to see which one has the bug. That part was ridiculous to me. Again, there's the non-diplomatic part, like Paul said. It's like, you could talk to the battle droid, or you can start kicking all these dudes until one of them gets pissed off and slugs you in the head. Another situation where a Beskar helmet definitely saved Din Djarin's life. Maybe that's why he is able to act so wildly. What did you think of this chase scene though? Is this not scary? The running super battle droid? It's like some sci-fi movie.
I feel like it's the fast. You know, they were running as fast as Carson Davis should have been moving last. I'm kidding.
Wow. Wow.
I'm kidding.
So you're saying they're running with no dignity?
They definitely were not running with dignity.
Hey, what's up, Matthew Toy? No, it was crazy. It was really cool to see them running the chase scene. More looks around the city. Let's see, there's battle droids, there's droids all around the town. It's just cool to see more settings from other planets. You have a shot here of some scoots.
Scoots. They're not all painted, and there's not enough mirrors on them. But
there's no gang colors here. These are the fancy ones. Because if you go too fast, his hat will fly off.
I believe it's called a fez.
Fez. It is.
Why Fez?
Very Blade Runner, yeah.
This
Yeah,
part
this was
of
this
the
quick
episode
shot.
really reminded me of, this is when I was like, I feel like I'm watching a live action Clone Wars episode
Right.
Hmm.
at this point.
What got me was like the randomness of him. Like, how lucky does he have to be to kick the precise battle droid at the
Well,
right
it was like
time?
3 or 4.
Yeah, it's like the fourth
Yeah.
one, and it's so random, and then that's the one that turns. I mean, that's sheer blind ass luck, and that's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, it's in the story, but that was a part of me that was like, did he trigger something that's in all of them? Is that one the only one? Like, I had so many questions about that, right?
There's a deleted scene where he actually kicks another 97 droids, but then they thought, you know what? We're not going to make this the longest episode of the season, so we're going to cut that out.
Yeah, I get it, but I just felt a bit unelegant to me. Just a little bit too convenient,
Right.
let's just say. So,
No, that thought had crossed my mind too. It could have just been a droid who was already fed up with his job and he didn't need some jerk kicking him.
yeah.
You know,
But
could
that
be
also
anybody.
reminded me a lot of the Bosstown dynamics. You see, they have the robots. That
Yeah.
They've got like it's carrying just that thing, and he's got the broom handle to the hockey stick, and he's like knocking the case out of their hands and shoving it and kicking
Right.
it to try to knock over the robot, and it just keeps coming back and rebalancing itself. And that's exactly what that reminded me of. And they've actually had robots from Bosstown Dynamics, an homage to them in the it was, I think, Book of Boba Fett.
Oh,
where
really?
You had it was the robot that looked like a dog that was carrying all this stuff.
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah.
walking through. So, I mean, there's precedent for that. I mean, they're in the universe. So,
All right, so they end up taking out this droid. I thought Katie Sackhoff was totally badass.
She took it out, right?
In this shot. I feel like it was both because it looked like he.
I'm gonna
shot
go
him
with
from the
she
front.
saved Din's ass again.
Yeah, it could be.
Again.
Is that foreshadowing of what happens, a story at the end of this episode that they tell? Could be. Anyway, they find this is like a buddy cop show now because now they're like, oh, we found a matchbook on this droid's body from this.
go
bar.
back. That background performer to the right, she looks like she's covered with blood. She's got, like,
This is what you saw.
I'm like, what the hell happened? It's like,
Well,
she's
there was a real brouhaha on the street.
Right? That was a
Djarin-
deleted scene where he rips this
Brouhaha.
dude in half.
Well, speaking of deleted scenes, they cut out the 96 droids that he kicks.
Right.
But how convenient was it that he jumped through the window and it just happened to be the right window that the droid was running by and he tackled it?
Can you
Well, they
imagine
took
if he
out the
missed?
scene. Yeah,
If he
he
missed
missed.
or he
There's already
bounced off
3
the glass?
windows. That's why she's covered in blood already
Oh my
because
God.
that wasn't the first window he went through.
And the little droids that come out, and this is a crime scene. That reminded me of Wall-E. You know, when a mess is made and all the
The little
robots come out.
Mo.
Yeah, to sort of clean everything up.
Yeah.
They had the police droids.
I love him.
Anyway, they find the matchbook. It's a droid bar. How what's it called?
This was a little goofy to me, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you were saying? It felt goofy.
How Mando knew it sounds like a droid bar, and she's like, "Good thing there's an address on it," and then let's go. But why not? We get a look inside the droid bar. I think this was in one of the trailers, and
Yeah.
they're all enjoying some drinks. These are the what's this one's name?
Wait,
DJ.
no.
DJ
Ernie's listening.
Rex?
Ernie, how did you feel about "Hello, I am Din Djarin"?
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Continue. Droid bar.
DJ Rex. Is this the same droid as in the Disney parks, Yoko?
Well, I don't think he's a DJ, but he's a Rex, right?
He's a Rex. This one's not a DJ.
Like the Captain Rex, the Star Tours one.
He might be off duty. What was cool was, I don't know, did you notice any cool droids around the bar for you two? The one that I did notice, this dude right here, is outside at Disney parks, the droid depot. There's like 4 droids standing outside. I got the droids pack version, so
Oh,
I have him
cool.
there. That's the first one I noticed because he's a big towering droid in there. So you can get this one from Disney parks in a pack with
Yeah.
a whole bunch of different ones. And
The blue protocol droid the blue chromed one, and then finding out a lovely story about that later on through Chris Bartlett.
Yeah, Chris posted on his IG that this was him, right?
Yeah, that's not Chris himself. That's another performance artist in it. But the story behind that blue chromed protocol droid it's quite touching. It's basically there was a member of the community that had a suit like this, and that member passed away. So as an homage to them, they included this suit and this particular color scheme to the background, which is great. And it is stunning. I mean, cool. It's the first time I've ever seen a blue chrome one. So
yeah, vintage collection. Let's do it. Easy repaint of a C-3PO. I mean, that's what this is. The one that comes with Afra. Even
is that
has
Zero?
The yeah. Wait, does it have the same removal? It has all the same removable parts as 3PO. The faceplate comes off. The back panel comes off.
I remember when you accidentally discovered that
on stream. Yeah, that was, and I just discovered that now as I was holding this one.
You rediscovered it.
Yep. All right, so there's the blue droid there. I think this is the one you were talking about, Paul. This green one.
Yeah, where the head pops up,
comes up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course some.
It felt a little creepy, right, when they walked in here.
Well, you know.
Or was it just me?
It's all droids and 2 humans walking. One unknown droid hater. After some investigative work, they realized that there are some nano robots that are in the beverages that these droids are enjoying at the bar as they're doing an autopsy on this super battle droid.
And that was from Clone Wars too, right?
Which?
That they had the little, what do they call them? The
nanobots?
Bots?
Nano droids?
Wasn't that in a Clone Wars episode?
Nepenthe? I'm not sure.
Cat will tell me.
Yeah. Come on, Cat.
Was it? I think it was the episode with the guy who bombed the what's the Jedi Temple?
Yo, Jesse says I was waiting for the droid to say we don't serve your kind here. I kind of was waiting for that too.
Well, didn't he? I think he said they don't serve our, or he said they said something similar, didn't they? Or was that in my head?
I think they assumed the humans.
I thought they walked in and they said like they don't serve our kind here or something, or they don't see our kind often, or I don't know, something.
I like this one also. This is a repurposed probe droid that you see often for interrogation. You've seen it most recently on Bad Batch, being used on Crosshair, but of course with the famous scenes with Leia being captured in A New Hope, they're like, oh yeah, we can reuse this.
It's painted white though.
Yes, which means now it's reborn. And it uses the same needle thing that it used to inject people. Now it's doing the opposite. Now it's extracting droids. But of course, it unknowingly extracts the nano droids. And of course, it turns a red light, which means it's now evil, back to evil. And Din Djarin has to cut it down with the Darksaber. And they find out these nanobots, what the hell? Nanobots were imported by Commissioner Hailgate, and someone in the chat said it. I'm like, I really don't understand his motivation here. Is that he was a separatist through all the years and he didn't care for the Empire, the New Republic, and he was a fan of Dooku? Like, Paul Yoko, did you really get the drive? Was he saying people were too dependent on droids? Therefore, he needed to, kind of push them in a more self-reliant direction.
It was a little confusing for me too, but I feel like the point was again to show. I think they keep trying to show us here that the New Republic wasn't all that, right? Then that there are these people that still.
He's a Dooku simp. Yeah, I Paul, did you have a solid understanding about what was going on with his?
Honestly,
his plan was here?
No. I mean, I think a bit of it was, he was he was a Dooku simp, right? He survived the Empire. The New Republic wasn't anything better, but I think his real resentment came to the fact that Jack Black's character, Captain Bombardier, was romantically involved with the daughter of this family that he had served for generations. and he saw him because he was a dirty, filthy Imperial. It's like people have been talking about the Romeo and Juliet aspect of this, and there's a bit of that where he's just like, you can't come into this family. And it's not until Lizzo or her character says, but we fell in love and I love him and this and that. And so, you know, and I'm very disappointed in you. And you see he's crestfallen. He's like, well, I hope I can earn your forgiveness one day, like that, right? Like, so I do admit I found
I
it
didn't
a
pick
bit
up on that at
murky.
all.
I had to watch it.
Yeah.
I just watched it before the stream again, and I didn't pick that up the first time either. Because I will admit, I was like, I don't. It felt. I mean, I hate to say this, it felt a lot like Scooby Doo when they caught him, and I was like, I just wanted him to say, and if it weren't for you meddling Mandalorians, I would have gotten away with it too, type thing. It was just they caught him monologuing, so she tased him, and he went down. It was just like all these really sort of comic. Almost comical
tropey
events.
things.
Yeah. And so, and then when she banishes him, like, you're gonna be banished, and he's led away by these 2 floaty droids and stuff. And I didn't notice him at first, but I thought, so he's just gonna go off on his own, and they trust him to leave. But then I noticed the 2 droids were escorting him. But yeah, I mean, it just seemed a bit. It was a fun adventure. It was as close to a cop procedural as the show has ever gotten,
Right.
with Din and Bo-Katan solving the crime. It's very CSI-esque in terms of like doing the autopsy in the morgue scene, all these different things that they were exploring. And it was, certainly was a different look, which is why I think this episode was so divisive amongst fans of the show. They're like, whoa, it was a completely different tone than what we're used to. And then it's sort of like, and I know I heard this complaint too. It's like, TikTok, guys, like, we only have 2 episodes left now.
Right.
Yeah, after
And
this.
you're chasing malfunctioning droids
That's
set up by.
Yeah. No, sorry. Keep going.
No, it's just like, and just the predictability of it too, because in essence, you've got a big name actor like Christopher Lloyd there, and that's not all he's going to be used for. You can't just use him for that small sort of expositionary part. So it's sort of like, well, who's it going to be? Well, just you wait. It's going to be the big actor, right? And so, like, in terms of the casting, we talked about the celebrity casting and the supporting roles and stuff like that, how it, in essence, sometimes it kind of pulls you out. That's what kind of happened to me here with this as well, because I'm a huge fan of Christopher Lloyd's too, right? And it's just like, there's got to be more to his part. And it's like, yeah, there it is, right?
I that's what I was feeling too, though, Kat. And like, it felt like a Clone Wars. Don't kill me for saying this, Paul, but a Clone Wars filler episode. Do you know what I mean? Like, not one of the main storyline episodes, but one of their side missions. And when there's only 8 episodes in the season, that's what's kind of like, why are we doing this? And I almost felt like, were they like, okay, we've got Jack Black and Lizzo and Christopher Lloyd, we got to write an episode to fit these guys in, right? That's almost how it felt to me.
Just have them be a stormtrooper and voice a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
No, but I think they write these episodes and then they go, who can we cast in them? And then they go, oh yeah. I mean, I wanna believe that they're gonna revisit like all the stuff that we see here. We might not realize it, but they might tie it back in. They probably will tie it back. I hope they tie it back in over the next 2 episodes, right? The introduction of Plaisir 15, very affluent, democracy first
in the Outer Rim.
Planet in the Outer Rim, or are they Outer Rim?
I think they said the last remaining or the only democratic planet in the Outer Rim. That's what the series said in the beginning.
And that means something, right? The fact that they will support Mandalore's independence. That means something too, right? Hellgate, that might all come into play later on, right? And so I'm thinking, okay, so they're laying the groundwork for something here. It's not just a fillery sort of side quest. There is actually something going on. They're trying something tonally, stylistically a little bit different. The last part of this episode really sort of kicks it up a notch, and sort of sets the table for the final 2 episodes. So that's knowing that and
thank goodness
rewatching
for the last 5 minutes.
right.
Oh hell yeah! I feel like they had a beginning and an end. Like they knew where they needed
Yeah.
to go, and then it's like, how do we get the characters to that part? Because after this, it's like, yes, you can see our military now,
Yeah.
but the goal was to get to the Mandalorians and have them back you, right?
I also like the fact that they're finally showing a democratic sort of society that isn't dysfunctional.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they have all these advancements and they have these rules where there's no standing army allowed in. They're not allowed to have like a built-in sort of military force or whatever. So they hire them out. This is kind of like the best of the New Republic, what it could be or what we would think it would be like. It's a utopia, right? Where droids get repurposed and serve a higher purpose. People can relax and enjoy life and work in the democracy type thing. So it's interesting to show a functioning sort of society in that sense.
Yeah.
In the backdrop of the New Republic, which is in disarray and completely disorganized. And then you throw the Mandalorians in the mix. I think it's really, really cool. And let's start talking about that the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's get there.
Because
That's a good point though. But because you think something like this, they're all living good. You think they're like some sort of corrupt leadership on the planet, but they're not. They're playing by the rules, and it seems like everyone's living good. They're all eating and secreting and eating secretions, and there are droids carrying their groceries and shopping. So it is a cool new planet to see. We have a super chat from Jurassic Jesse. What's up, Jesse?
Thank you. Far too kind.
Says Paul, get Ernie on set next season. I need his fig. First of all, let's get Carson Teva first. Okay, and then we'll talk about a prospect on set. Do they make figures for personal assistants? You can be Paul's. We'll see.
I love how you think I have that much sway or pull.
I have an intern.
I can bring somebody.
I have an intern. No, I'm kidding. But Jesse, thank you so much, man. Thank you for being here. All right, to the final part of the episode. Now that they've caught the villain, they've been granted access to meet with the Mandalorian. So they take the monorail out to the field. Oh wait, there's more screenshots. There's the 2 little floaty droids you're talking about.
Yeah.
This is the droid that was in the Book of Boba Fett. I think that was he in the kitchen? That they were when they snuck in back into Jabba's palace. Was that the one that Boba? Oh, it doesn't matter. He looked familiar. Of course,
he was in that episode of Clone Wars too, right? Like that asshole little droid that was sabotaging the poison gas. Like that was
that's right.
that same type of droid.
Yeah, that's right. Another one of these awesome looking troopers here, bringing the sword to have Grogu knighted. Oh, Ernie's not here. Knighted. I like the wave, and I like that this is a GIF that you can use now on the internet. A little bye. All right, moving back. So they're on the field with the fleet, and Bo-Katan, she didn't really have a plan. She's like, I'm gonna freestyle it. I'll figure it out when I get there. And once they get on the field, that was the wrong screenshot. She realizes the only way to get these people back is through a trial by combat, almost challenging the leader.
I thought they were having like a friendly soccer match or something here. No,
I thought they were all having pog soup.
2 of them were throwing a ball.
Yeah.
They're throwing a ball back and forth like a almost like a football.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
like a neighborhood
killing time.
barbecue or something.
A Nerf football. You don't want to get injured out there before the real fight. So they challenge. Bo-Katan challenges Axe Woves for the leadership of the Mandalorians. She wants to reunite everybody. Axe Woves, of course, he has to accept. And there's no point screenshotting a badass fight that happens like this. Just rewatch it again. There's a lot of cool mechanics involving jetpacks and little ropes that you can pull each other around. Finally, she pins him down, and Axe Woves has to yield, but he says, how can you lead us when you have this dude still carrying the dark saber? Our kind of Mandalorians will only follow people who have the dark saber. And this is where we get to my clickbaity thumbnail. It's like, Bo-Katan has been handed the dark saber before, and a lot of people kind of discuss, well, did she really get it? How come all these things happen in the show? Moff Gideon's like, you have to win it by combat, so how could she have won it before? All these questions, and then Din Djarin comes out and says, well, you know what? I was captured by a creature. She killed. Look at his face. He's so smug. He's like, hey, can you believe this guy?
I just want to
But he's like, a creature defeated me. She got the dark saber and defeated the creature that defeated me. Now, as axe wolves can be, he was still honorable.
Which wait,
enough
time
to
out
be
though,
like,
and we
"Whoa, whoa, whoa."
speculated this would come up, right? Like in
We
that,
did. We did.
in that episode.
Yeah,
That was up there. I distinctly remember that.
Yep.
yeah.
And
So
then
they-
Din just grabbed it and clipped it to his belt, and that
Yeah.
was it, right? Like
yeah, we were
Oh.
waiting for it.
Deus Ex Machina.
He's just like, oh, what, this thing? Yeah, here, take it. Well, you can't just take it. But even after explaining how she defeated the creature that beat him, that bested him, Axe Wolves still said, you know what? You're right. That counts. That counts. So does that make him somewhat honorable or still jerkish, Yoko?
I mean, I feel like that it parallels what happened with Paz Vizsla, right? Like the Mandalorians are loyal to their beliefs, whatever they are. And I think so, they follow their rules, and that's gonna take priority over their personal feelings over someone, I think. So it makes him an honorable Mandalorian, maybe not necessarily an honorable human being, and I would still want to punch him in the face, but it makes him an honorable Mandalorian.
Yeah, live by the rules, die by the rules.
Yep. Or my fist. Yeah. Sorry. I don't like him.
I have his signed card,
Did Kev freeze?
autograph card.
I think I do too.
Yeah, and then Kevin looks. He looks kind of like an Ugnaught.
Or he's like really upset about what I said about Axolotls.
No, he's frozen.
I have spoken.
There you go. Kevin.
I have spoken.
Okay.
What do we do? My God, we're stuck on this
Just
stupid
keep going
screen.
on. This is. What did you cats do?
I don't know.
Oh, he's gone now.
Uh-oh.
Wow, just the two of
So-
us.
Oh, what else should we talk about? What else did Kev forget?
Well, you know what? When he handed over the dark saber, it was great. I like that one moment there was, and she says, "Look, you can't. Even though it's the best of intentions, you can't just give it over to me, right?" And the
Right.
fact that she had that kind of, she's honorable in that sense too, which is what, and she's also learned she can't just take it
Right.
that in that way, right? Like from Sabine.
Right.
So her getting, but I was glad when she ignited it, but I thought she was going to do that Rebels pose where she had it over her head and ignited
Yeah.
it. I was really hoping for that, but
Maybe we'll have to get that later. Like she's still like feeling it out, right?
Right,
Like
right.
testing the waters. I know. I think
she's-
Lucy was like, "There's 2 spots open now, and you still won't bring me on."
oh my gosh.
But
No.
I was thinking that Kev went really quickly through their battle, but I thought it was fun to see them use all their gadgets, right? Like
Mhm.
I feel like there's been times where we watched the Mandalorians fight, and you or someone is like, "Did they forget they have a jetpack?" Or like,
Right.
"Did they forget they could do this?" And I was like, I felt like they were actually using all their toys this
Yeah.
time. So that was
Like when
kinda
they
fun to
landed on
see.
top of the gauntlet and
Yeah.
they're fighting and she kicked her off and she used the her grappling hook
Yeah,
to
yeah,
grab onto him and drag him down too.
right,
I
yeah,
thought it was great. And then
thought that
the
was a fun-
flamethrower.
yeah. I thought it
Mhm.
was fun to see all the different.
There was that one shot where he
Cool.
fired a rocket at her and she ducked and it exploded into
Yeah.
that group and then they all had to run
Yeah.
out of the way.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my God, they're gonna blow up their own fleet," but they work so hard to get.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't realize that there were multiple gauntlets. Like I guess
Yeah.
I never really thought about it.
Yeah. Well, because
then I
it's a
didn't-
fighter.
Yeah, I didn't notice it at
transport.
first. I noticed it in the art at the end,
Oh, I see.
and then
There
then
he
Kev
is.
had that screenshot and I was like, "Oh, I guess
Yeah.
there were multiple gauntlets."
So they
Yeah.
had all.
Sorry,
all-
internet crapped its bangs.
It's all right.
we held
We had
it
a
up.
good chat.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a
Um,
super chat.
Yes.
Alfredo, thank you for the super chat so much.
Hello there.
Bo gets a participation dark saber. I mean, yeah. What did I miss? Were you guys talking about this transfer while I was reconnecting my internet?
In a little
Thank you,
sense, I mean,
operator.
we just talked about how Bo-Katan was very reluctant to take it at first because she just thought Din was going to give it to her like Sabine gave her the Darksaber.
Right.
But when he sort of explained how it happened, and it did, and they showed the flashback to it, and like, it's going to play into that. Like when they show from episode 1, or was it episode 2, where he gets captured by that spider thing, right? Because we speculated, well, it disarmed him. It didn't take the Darksaber, but it disarmed him. And she defeated it. So technically, right, that spider creature was A, the leader of Mandalore for a few minutes, and then B, since it was defeated by Bo-Katan, the Darksaber should have gone to her. Are you frozen again, Kevin? Oh my God.
Oh my God, is he?
He
We're
is. It's that same blank stare.
I have spoken.
It's the same look on his face.
Oh no.
Wow. Yeah, he got re-put out. Brian saying Kevin got re-put out in the stream. Yes. And there you go.
Oh no. He must be having potato Wi-Fi issues.
This potato Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
What's that?
So when your Wi-Fi acts like a potato?
Warm and delicious? I like potatoes.
I love potatoes, but it
Okay.
doesn't make for a good wireless router.
No, it does not.
You know?
But you can mash them up, add some
Yeah.
butter, got yourself some mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I like potatoes in all forms,
Just not in Wi-Fi.
just not in Wi-Fi
It's not good Wi-Fi.
or cameras.
Or cameras. No.
Yeah.
The dreaded potato cam.
Right.
Bryce Dallas Howard directed this episode.
Mhm.
And hopes were high. I think a lot of people were really like, there's gonna be action. It's gonna be well shot. There's gonna be some really good acting moments in it, and this and that. And I think it's fair to say that this was a very divisive episode in terms of people's expectations. A lot of people thought it was a lot of fun, and hey, just go with the flow. Other people were like, what the hell is this? It's Scooby-Doo adventure. But her direction, she didn't write the script. She's given a script to direct. How do you think she did on this overall in terms of pace?
I
Storytelling?
feel like, given the script, right? I feel like it was presented really well. The different like each scene, each environment had its own kind of tone, right?
Mhm.
And honestly, like thinking of it as a live action Clone Wars episode made me like it a little bit more. When I like reframed it in my mind, it's like, oh, it felt a lot like a Clone Wars episode. That made me like it a little bit more, after, even though my initial reaction was like, what was the first 2/3
Right.
of this episode? But again, it's kind of remembering that it doesn't always have to, Star Wars doesn't always have to be so serious, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah. There definitely was a sense of levity
Yeah.
in this episode too, right? Like that buddy cop drama, comedy, where it's like,
Right.
okay, we gotta.
But he's Din with the dad jokes, so like that whole "you had me at battle droids" line. I was kind of like, I don't know if I love this or hate this, but it makes me laugh that he said that.
Yeah.
But-
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And then what was missing though? Then Bo-Katan needed to march out into the field of Mandalorians and be like, "Who's coming with me?"
Right. Yeah.
To continue the Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, and then just that one Mandalorian with the ball drops it.
Yeah.
I'll go,
go.
guys. Looking around. Anyone? No.
That's what should have happened. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
No,
Okay.
I wish I could show. I wish we could start the Ahsoka trailer.
I know. Let's look at some of these comments here.
Okay.
Ryan Dole. I've never heard of him before. Predictions for the next episode. Are you two planning to go to Celebration Japan? How's that?
I'll start with the second question. I am 100% going to go.
Nice.
I've
Do you
decided.
And how often do you go to Japan?
I haven't been since 2018 was my last time there.
Okay.
So, and I haven't been going often as an adult. So, it's a nice excuse to go back again. I would love
Nice.
to go back before then, honestly, but
Right.
that's a good motivator to like be like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, and you've got a year to save
Yeah.
up
Yep.
and to get all your ducks in a row and whatnot.
Yep.
Cool.
2 years. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So-
2 whole years.
2 whole years. So I definitely want to go. And I know you were saying earlier, right? Or was this before we started streaming? It just depends on if you're
Yeah.
invited. Yeah.
I would love to be invited.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. It would be very difficult for me to go as a fan.
Yeah.
Just on its own at this point right now, with in terms of my involvement in the show and stuff, it would just be a weird sort of status thing. You know, it would be hard to sort of
totally get it. Yeah.
You know, you see members of the cast that you're supposed to be a part of up on the stage, and you're not there, and it's just like this weird dynamic. And do people then start taking you seriously or not? And so it's just like it's better to just not be there then, and watch via live stream or something than get involved in that. So yeah. I've got my fingers crossed. Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully that's a non-issue. Hopefully you're just there.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can take Boba Squadron on the stage. That'd be fun.
That's right. We got two more episodes left. By the time Kevin gets back, this we'll be 28 hours, 27 hours away from episode 7. They screened it early at Star Wars Celebration Europe to a lucky few who were able to go see it, and the initial responses, without spoilers, have been fantastic. Everybody's really been excited about it. And the last 2 episodes are directed by Rick Famuyiwa. So there is that. And they're alluding to the fact that at least Filoni, I think I read in an article, was saying he thinks fans will be very, very happy with how the season ends. So
yeah, I was hearing that people were excited about this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping that they would end up dropping it. Well, I was kind of hoping they would drop it early, but I kind of like Midnight 30, so I'm kind of also glad that they didn't. But yeah. I was wondering if they would end up dropping it early, since spoilers were out there. So tread carefully, guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't been spoiled yet, if you weren't spoiled earlier tonight by guest.
But that's if they don't know, like we can't take their word for it either, right? Like they could have been totally wrong and feeding misinformation and stuff like that. So,
that's true.
You know,
that's also true.
Rick Jones says a Dave Filoni name dropped me on the stage. I can 100% confirm that. We were watching when that happened, and it was actually kind of neat.
Yeah,
they were talking. I think the host Anthony was like, "Hey, you know, like what kind of a partner are you? You let poor Carson go off on your own." And then Dave said, "A smart one." It's like, "Yeah, no, me, Deb, Rick. We had other things. Let Paul go off and deal with that." So I thought that was really nice. So
yeah,
I'm in the conversation at least. I don't know what to do.
Kev messaged saying, "Sign off if we can."
Oh, okay. So we can.
So I don't know.
Restart this.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh wait, hold on.
He's got to send us a new link, though, right?
Hold on, let me see.
Okay. In the meantime, I saw another question here. Jurassic Jesse wants to know how involved I was in picking my Star Wars character name. He was always named Carson. He didn't have a last name when scripted when I initially got the script. And in fact, before we even shot the scene, they said, like, "Are you cool with that name? Do you want to come up with another name?" And honestly, I went completely blank. I was like, "No, I'm good." And then there was talk of maybe like not revealing his name, call him Cap, Cappy, Captain. But then they were like, "Oh no, Cap is like Captain America, so we can't get people confused about that." And so they went with Carson, which is cool, and Carson Teva. And that's the pronunciation that Jon Favreau used, so that's the one I'm going with. There have been different iterations of it, Carson Teva, but Teva is how John pronounced it, so I went with that.
Okay, yeah, Kev can't get internet back, so he says, "Say your plug, say goodbye, and leave the studio, and we'll see what happens." So I guess we'll figure out another time to talk about Ahsoka. It'd be great to do that with Ernie back anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll figure out another time to break down that trailer. That'll give us time to watch it a few dozen more times.
Yes. Yes, and there's 2 different versions of it.
I know. So we needed to pre-discuss that too if we're going to talk about that. There's something huge in that one.
Yeah.
I think
you're so good. You are so good about that. I think that's good. I think it's a really smart thing, and I think that's very
I don't know if we should openly talk about it yet or not, you know.
Yeah, no.
But anyway, okay. Go ahead, Paul.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I've got my own YouTube channel, Bitter Asian Dude Inc. I got a show on Sunday, 7:00 p.m. Eastern, called Funboxing Sundays, where I open up a geeky collectible. I do a half-assed review and we chat. And a lot of members of the chat board on here that are also part of my stream. It's lovely. We have a drinking game, and we have a lot of fun. And I'm getting better at saying hello to people in the beginning. So come for the hellos, stay for the unboxings, and Sunday, 7:00 p.m. Eastern on Bitter Asian Dude Inc. Over to you, Yoko.
Thank you, Paul. No, Jesse, we eat potatoes in Yokoville and have Yoko Land, actually. Don't downgrade me. And we have excellent Wi-Fi over here. Plus, Yoko Land taking a field trip to Star Wars Celebration in Japan in 2025. So make sure you consider where your alliances are. Anyway, if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, like me, you should definitely do that. We'll work on fixing Kev's Wi-Fi situation. I don't know who he's been hanging out with. He didn't get his intern out there. Actually, you know what? I think Ernie must have sabotaged, because he's like, how dare they go on without me when I'm on call? So anyway, like, follow, subscribe. We'll be back soon to talk more, about Mando, obviously. Oh, I guess I should plug myself tomorrow on Twitch. Live and La Vida Yoko and Midnight 30 too, so we can talk about this episode as soon as it drops at midnight Pacific time. And then we'll jump on Twitch and talk about it. So that's tomorrow night, 28 and a half hours away, 27 and a half hours away. And I think that's it. So now we just awkwardly end things and hit leave studio, I think. And
yeah,
right?
I guess so. Okay.
Time for us to bone out.
Peace.
Okay. Bye.
You go play some jazz music. Yeah.
Test. I don't know if anyone can hear me, but I'm back, but I'm tethering from my wife's phone. I couldn't even tether from my phone, but I apologize to everyone. The internet completely crapped its own pants. It boned out. But thank you so much to Yoko and Paul for holding it down when I was internet dead. You guys, you two are awesome. I love you both very much. Thank you. Ernie wasn't here, so no love for him. The chat has been amazing. I don't think I have the bandwidth while I'm tethering from a cell phone to talk about Ahsoka, but I definitely want to do a separate stream with everybody when they return. Thank you. I don't know why I came back and there's still 40 people here. You guys are incredible. I see you're all talking in the chat, and I think that's dope. But I hope you had a great stream. Enjoyed the show tonight, even with the technical difficulties. Alfredo definitely got his super chat up there for a while. Make sure you check out High School Creations. He did a stream tonight, and I'm gonna go watch that now, see what he has to say about Wall XD. Book Club, I don't know what that word is before book, but thank you everyone so much. And do I even cut this part out from the video, or do I leave this up, like the 10-minute intermission? Everyone have yourselves a great night, and I pressed that way too early. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you hit the thumbs up, even in spite or despite the problems tonight. Again, thank you for being here. Yoko, Paul, thank you for holding it down. We'll see you on Thursday for Unboxing Thursdays and next week's episode of The Mando, this week's. Have a great night and keep touring around. Peace. What song are we singing for 15 seconds? What should we do? What should we do, chat? Sing us the song, you're the piano man. Sing us the song tonight when we're all in the mood for a melody. You've got us feeling all